And these kids approach my house, like it's supposed to be Christmas tomorrow, and I'm so confused because like this lady's bringing
Yeah.
us what?
Yeah. Go on.
Because this lady's bringing me a package.
Mm-hmm.
Some black guy is chasing her. He's in a postal service office. I don't know what's happening. My dad's confused. And I go like, "Are you all elves?" And the kid goes, "No, we're children, just like you, my boy."
I was so confused for the longest time.
Should we record?
Let's record, girl. Oh boy, my boy. Let
My
me
boy?
tell you, my boy. There's a thing that people say.
What thing do people say?
They say it's a really old saying, and I think it rings true to this day.
Does it does it ring true to the times before the pavement existed?
And
That's the
that's
question.
the question.
And the question is, how much did we pay for that pavement on the
Mm-hmm.
ground as humans, as
Yeah.
humanity?
And my thing is, did we ever chase those pavements?
Should we just give up?
Should we just give up? So the saying
Let's
is,
do the intro because I want to like what is chasing pavements?
true. Okay, so the saying is, if you step on a crack, you break your mom's back. Now, what do you think about that?
I think that the people, the places, the things, all the things,
Intricates of our
all the
world.
intricacies of the beauties of our world
Mhm.
are so mother
Yeah,
that we skip those cracks.
we sure do,
What is
baby
chasing
girl.
pavements?
I don't know.
Is it a thing of
Wait,
like
but okay, let's go through the lyrics. So,
maybe you're chasing a thing that you can't get to?
should I
Because
give up or
that's what
should I just
chasing
keep
pavements is
chasing?
about. Being like,
Yeah,
I
it's a
want this.
never-ending
Yeah,
road.
maybe that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
I keep chasing it and it's
I'm
not gonna
chasing
stop.
in pavements.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, why is she? Why is
What do
she?
you mean?
No, no,
It's
no.
right there.
No. For chasing pavements, I was like, I don't get it. But like as a kid, I was like, why does she keep flipping these fucking tables?
Oh, I love her.
Uh, what's up? How has your week been?
Girl, how's my past month been? We haven't done it in a while. Um, I
No,
started
the
going.
thing is, I haven't also uploaded in a while, so like,
Yeah, I started going to the gym now. So
good for
hey,
you.
good
We
for
talked
me.
about it this morning, where your mom works at the gym, so you get it for free,
Yeah, I'm a nepo
and
baby.
and she has her mother's eyes and her agent. Did you see that thing? It was
Oh,
like a Times thing, and it
uh-huh.
was about nepo babies, and they were like, and it said like they have their mother's eyes
And there,
and their age. And somebody just retweeted with that video of that scene in Bridgerton when she's writing and she
yeah.
serves. No, but like I'm such an anti-gym person. I'm not like everyone should be fat. I'm like, let's go like exercise in nature,
Yeah.
and let's go all ride our bikes and shit like that. You're just wasting money on a thing that's
No, I'm with you, and I still am truly.
you're not spending money.
I'm not spending money, first of all.
And it's also I'm saying like anybody going to the gym for like fitness reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't jive with bodybuilders. I don't
Yeah.
jive. I think it should be like a like there are people in the world who are bodybuilders and who chase that and shit like that.
Yeah,
I
if
get
it's not
that.
your career, don't do it.
Yeah,
Is my
Arnold
thing.
Schwarzenegger, go
Sure,
ahead.
slay.
Like,
Get a girl.
but like being like, I have to be ripped. I have to be shaped like a V.
And
You're
it's a thing of
chasing pavements.
yes, and you look ugly. Can we all just
A
say?
lot of the
You
time.
know what my problem is though with the
What?
gym is like. Okay, so I was always
I
a
love
yoga.
it when they don't have a neck. Like,
I was always a yoga girl. I love my yoga. The problem is I am too socially ashamed to do it outside. Right? So I can't do it outside. And when I do it inside, I just get the ick because I'm like, I have to be in my room and it's an enclosed space and I can't do all the shit I want to do. And it's a thing of like,
especially with a dog.
with a dog who just keeps jumping on me, it's just not working out.
My
right?
working out is a lot of biking and walking
Yeah.
and shit like that, and Just Dance.
Yeah.
And if I lived with Link, I wouldn't be able to
That's
do
the
Just
thing. It's
Dance.
one
I
of
would have
those.
to like lock him behind the door, and then that's a whole hassle.
It's like you lock him behind, and then he's just jumping on the door. It's a whole thing,
And
and
then
then it
you're like,
just
the neighbor's gonna be annoyed.
yeah, and it just drives me away from it. And I love doing it, but it's also a thing of like I've fallen so out of anything physical that now when I do it, it just feels like I'm not doing it fully, and then I just feel shitty about myself.
Mm.
So all of that, and then I'm like, but I have to do something. My bike got stolen,
Yeah.
but it's not even that. I feel like I would never. Like it's a thing of you have to like consciously
When you did
wake
have
up.
a bike, did you go like, I'm just gonna sit and go ride my bike?
That's the thing. I didn't, and
I
it's and
I
you
did,
do,
and that's why
yeah,
I'm like, I feel good in the body that I am a fat person, and I do like it. It is the fact that I eat a lot. I like having sleeper strength
yeah,
that people don't see in me, and it's also a thing of like, I should stop talking about that because now people expect a lot from me.
yeah,
But it's also a thing of like, I don't know. When I saw Nadim for the first time, I just picked him up
yeah.
and put him over my shoulder. Like
It's a thing of like you as you are a big guy in a way of like you're a tall man,
yeah. In general,
and
a tall man, and then wide,
but it's the
not
thing of
fully
like
wide, not like
yeah.
I don't look like an H.
You have a bit of a like a beer belly. Your legs are skinny. You're like and you have
My
like a
legs are very muscular. I
yeah
would say.
like
My
you're.
thing is the thing that I notice about like
I meant that in a way. There's no fat. Like my biggest thing is
it's
my
a
legs. I
mix
have
of
like
like fat and muscle that I love so much.
yeah
Because it's like when you I the thing about my life is like at my worst, I loved my legs.
yeah.
At like the
And at
worst,
my
like
best, I hated my legs. That's my thing. My legs are my
so we're
worst.
like
Yeah.
opposites, you know. Oh, my back is but it's a genetic thing. It's not
Oh,
because a
yeah.
lot of the bends and shit like that,
Yeah.
and a lot of the markings. And my thing is like I should love them, but like
I
some of
don't.
my thing is also like I don't see it, so I don't know how bad it is. But I know that I go I
You
tell
have one that like is up protruding,
no, but
and I think
there's
it's
that.
cute.
I'm gonna remove that one. Not because not. I kind of like that one as a thing,
Yeah.
but I feel there's a danger to it. I feel there's like
Yeah,
I
there's
could
like
like
a you're one cut away from like serious problems.
yeah. So like I gotta remove him for that. I love that it's a him. You know,
Yeah.
there's two I
It's
have
John.
here. There's two I have here that I don't like. Yeah, two I have here that I don't like. My thing with my back, I don't know how bad it is, so I don't know how much of it I can get tattooed.
Yeah.
Because people like I tell people like, can you scratch my back? And I go like, you have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like above my shirt, over my
Uh-huh.
shirt, and they're like, you have a lot of them. And it's a thing of like they're not being like, ew. But that's my like because I don't know it.
Yeah.
It's like you know, um, my belly. I like my belly. I think it's cute.
Yeah.
As long as my tits don't start sagging. As
Yeah.
long as I don't have like sagging. If the second I get that, I'm joining you in the gym. I'm
I'm
like
running. I'm running
I'm
up
like,
that stairmaster.
and there people are like playing me all the podcast episodes where I'm just like, the gym's the worst, the gym's the worst, and I'm like, show them my tits.
My boobs. No, and then I was like, one day I was just like, you know what? Maybe the gym is the like just the like you'll go there and you'll go there for a while and then you'll get your like desire to do because I used
And
to
it's
be
also
very
like, if you're
active.
at a thing,
Yeah,
the only thing you should do is
exactly.
work out.
And it's fun because I'm like, first I get to see my mom more
It's
often.
also funny because the two of us are like working out. We're laying. We're both on the vertical.
But it's a thing of like it will get me there, it will get me past my like lazy state, whatever, and then I can maybe like do more. Because also,
Next month when you buy your bike, or the second you buy it, we're going to um that nice restaurant that's like outside of
like
Kostelski.
Kostelski, yeah. But it's that for me where it's like I want to do more and I genuinely enjoy being active, and then I deprived myself of that for whatever reason, and then I got lazy and it just kept pulling me back to
Yeah.
earth. But it's another thing of like my back. I began having back issues, but it's because of the way that I sit. It's
Yeah.
because of the way that I sit for so long because of an office
You
job.
were office job.
And then it's like there's so many things that riding a bike is not going to help with.
Yeah.
I have to go to the gym for that, you know?
My yeah, I get that entirely. My thing is, I'm not very constant. I have
Mhm.
like random bursts of like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna like ride my bike here. I'm gonna walk here. I'm gonna like I walk everywhere. I bike everywhere. Like when people tell me to get a taxi, I slap them. It's like, um
You are like Tazina Pieshke.
it's very that like everyone's sending me those memes like that one friend who's like let's walk and it's like
Along there.
and it's like from New York to like fucking Paris. It's um and
Okay, Carrie.
I can't get that, but for me like big moving to Paris would be a big thing.
Yeah, it's just like, you go by plane. I'll meet you there. I'll wait for you,
I'll hold a sign that's big, you know.
and I
Um,
won't be a limo driver. You're walking with me.
I have a like a saddle behind me that you can sit on, and I carry you. Um, no. So the thing is also like I don't have a lot of the. I'm not constantly lifting heavy things, but people, if somebody's moving, you call me.
Uh huh.
That's the thing. You call
Yeah.
me, and I'm like, okay, so are we stealing this from your tenants?
Sure.
Okay,
Like I'm down. Just let me know.
okay, fridge.
Uh huh.
Anything for the other hand, it's but then I get random like I don't need to go there, but I just want to bike.
Yeah.
So it's a thing of like there's not a constant. I do have moments where I'm like, ooh, I'm catching myself being lazy. I should do something about that. I don't have to do it now because I feel like when I do it now, I get so like, okay, that's enough for the month.
Uh huh.
If I go like, I feel like I'm lazy, I gotta play Just Dance. I'll be like, I won't do anything for the rest of the month.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have to spark that in me. So whenever I feel like going somewhere, I should go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what my problem is with the gym though? It's a very like, okay, you do it and it's a steady thing and sure, whatever. The way I liked my body the best was when I was doing yoga because it didn't make it muscly. It made it just soft, but you lose weight and without gaining any muscle, which is really strange because yoga genuinely is you have to have the ability to carry the entirety of your weight in your one
I
arm.
feel like yoga is the one thing I'm missing because I'm so like I can't.
I'm telling you, it's the most intense workout you'll ever have.
That's the thing. I'm not saying like, oh my god, it's easy. I'm saying it's the because I have the I can walk.
Yeah.
I can walk a lot. I can bike a lot. I can't run a lot, but like you never need to run.
Who enjoys it?
And
Who has ever been like, I love,
unless you're running
Usain
from a
Bolt.
killer,
Yeah.
unless you're running, I feel like I could be good in like 100-meter dash. I could be good in a short.
Hmm.
I could never do a marathon. I think Usain Bolt is like the 100-meter
Yeah.
dash. Like he's like
Yeah, I just run, like, I fly, and then that's it.
because
Yeah.
there's like I feel like from what I've heard, it's like those people aren't good at marathons, and
Yeah.
marathon people aren't good at like
Mhm.
a 100-meter dash. And I feel like I could be good because I'm Speedy Gonzalez.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I need to go to the toilet now. So it's a thing of I have the what's it called? What would be like condizio? I have stamina
Yeah.
to walk and to bike, not to run. I'll always tell it when it's real.
Hmm.
I'm like I was the second best in my class when it came to pull-ups.
Uh-huh.
Is that pull-up? Like
Yeah,
push-up?
pull up. But no, pull up is like this.
Oh, I can't do that.
No, me neither. I think it's
Crunches?
no crunches are tortilla. I don't know.
No,
It's like
twisting or squats.
then it is crunches.
I think it's crunches. When you're laying on the floor and you go up to your
Uh-huh.
knees. I was the second best in my class in that. It was like a thing of like, how much can you do in 2 minutes?
Yeah.
And it was such a thing of like, oh, okay, John's gonna go now. Like nobody was making fun of me, but nobody was expecting anything.
Mhm.
And then it was such a thing of like, I did it, and I didn't. I also wasn't like, take that, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm
It
gonna
was so
do
like,
it.
okay, let me see. Like, and I was and I was like, okay, John's the second best one, and it was
Yeah.
so like, oh, what the fuck? And then she was like, do push up,
Push-ups.
and I went no, like right a zero. I
You
can't.
know
do it.
what's so crazy though to me is like I have had so when I had my a big eating disorder phase of my life, I would get like and it was weird because it wasn't a thing of like I need to work out to look better. It was a thing of like I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't eat, but it brought obviously
Wait, was your eating disorder like
like caused by like I want to lose weight definitely.
okay?
But it was like I'm not gonna
Mine
eat
wasn't. I'm a special little boy.
special boy.
Want gum?
No. But it was a thing of I wouldn't eat, and then but it brought out like this depression, obviously, with it. So I would just lay in my bed for days. I wouldn't move. And then I'd be like, you get this burst of energy to be like, I have to do something because your body is like, you're decaying, bitch. Like, get the fuck
Oh,
up.
I never got that because I was like, today you can, like, on weekdays,
Hmm.
it's like your one mission is going to school.
Yeah.
You come back from school
And you're like,
and you're there.
you're just done. But
You
I'd be
don't
like,
have the energy to go to shower.
yeah, no,
That's the thing. Like
never happened.
that's like not happening. That's not like
Hmm.
a because like more importantly, I have to go get drunk.
Yeah, so I got to save all of my energy
Actually,
for
I
that.
don't think I drank a lot when I was in my high depression phase. Like when I didn't.
Me neither. I don't
When,
think it was ever. My drinking
no,
was
my
never caused by.
alcoholism was never tied to my depression.
Yeah, that's the
I
thing.
was just a party animal. It
Yeah,
wasn't like I mean it heightened it definitely because alcohol is a depressant
yeah.
and like you feel worse after it. That's why I stopped.
Somebody said it perfectly, where it was like a thing. You're borrowing happiness from tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like you're gonna feel great when you're drinking, but then you're gonna feel miserable tomorrow. Anyway,
actually no, because I was the let me tell you Susan,
oh
let me
yeah,
tell you Susan, Susan, let me tell
I
you.
know.
When I was 12, my grandmother sent me on a trip.
No, but it would be like I would get these bursts of energy, and then I shit you not, I did one time. My mom had this like machine that was for like crunches, but it was like you lay on it and then it like does this like, and it
Oh,
pushes you
yeah,
back.
yeah, I like that.
I
It
did,
was like a as seen on TV product, right?
yeah, I did
Because I know
those.
what it is.
I did 400 of those in one sitting. And I felt nothing. I did not break a sweat. I don't know what kind of like inhumane thing
There's
happened to
sometimes
me.
a thing of like focus, because like
It's a thing of like, you if you don't think about, that's another
it's
thing
not
that
an
I thought about
actual
today.
plank, but like when you're like this, like
Uh-huh.
halfway up.
Yeah.
I used to do like friendship bracelets, and it was a thing of like you tie it,
Yeah.
and I would be like that for like
Hours. If you
genuine, like
don't think about it being hard, it like it's genuinely mind over power.
yeah, it's a thing of like when
If
I
you're not aware that you're doing something hard, you probably won't feel that it's hard.
when
And
I read, it's like my mom walks in and turns on the light, and I'm
uh-huh.
like, oh shit, it's dark.
Yeah.
It was dark.
That's
Like I
yeah.
didn't.
I
I
didn't
was still
realize it.
reading. But if she turns off the light, then it's like
Oh fuck. Yeah. No, it was that, and then I would do like, I knew how much I could do. Like I would do a plank, and then I would do like 100 push-ups in one sitting. It wouldn't, but I don't. But that's the thing.
meanwhile for me,
It wouldn't affect me at
club,
all.
another
Not a
club.
club. So that's another thing that I thought about today at the gym. I was alone, and the whole gym, it was the best time ever because I was like, "Oh, look at that ball!" And it's just like, boom, boom, boom.
My
But I was thinking about it, and I was like, if I were in competition with someone, there's this like one exercise where you like just push something up, whatever. But I was like, it is hard, and it was hard. It was a lot harder for me today because I have like my muscles are sore.
yeah.
But I knew for a fact, if I was like, let's say you and I are in a competition with it,
Oh, you know
if you did a
if I
hundred,
did a billion,
if you did
you
a
would do a
hundred,
billion and one.
exactly, you did 100, I'd be like, I'll do 101, and in that and I would not break a sweat up until the one, and then I would be like, fuck, I can't do
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, yeah.
Because I'm like, there's a goal, and if you meet that goal, you are golden.
For
But
me, it's a thing of like I can easily be like, why? Okay, it's like do 10 squats now, and I'd be like, why? And
squats are a different thing. Fuck off. I hate them.
you
In
hate
the height
squats?
of my life, in the height of my physical ability, again, I would do 400 crunches and I could not do 10 squats. I can
You,
10 tops. Like
oh,
I am
you're not a
miserable.
squats girl.
No, because my legs are. I have really good upper strength, but my legs are like the weakest part of me. I
My
can't.
thing about me is like I don't know why I can't do a pull up, push up, because like I'm very strong with my hands.
Maybe it's gravity. Maybe it's just like,
Maybe I just have a hard time
maybe
defying
it's
it.
like, well, I'm down already. I should be
Maybe I
sleeping.
just have a hard time defying it. I said it, and you just
Glossed
continue
over.
to, and I was so like,
Bitch,
like
listen to me. I keep.
it's okay. Um, I no, I always kept it real because I was like,
Hmm.
you will never see me do a push up.
Push up,
It's
yeah.
a thing like I cannot do it. I can't. As a kid, I didn't get what it was. I would lie on the floor and then raise me up and like shoulders first and then like just raise my ass.
Yeah.
Like it's not a thing of like I did a straight like up there. When I would do a plank, I did it the longest in the class. I think I'm not sure. Maybe one, two, three,
Yeah.
like one of those positions. And it was such a thing of like I would go on my knuckles and then on my hand. Like
Uh-huh.
it would be a thing
You
of like
have to change it. That's my thing too, where it's like
I,
sometimes I'll be on one hand and then like push the
yeah.
weight from one hand and
Actually,
twist for this one to
for me,
relax.
one hand feels like I'm cheating. Like there's a like one hand is resting.
Yeah.
That so I'm like, but like my favorite thing. Somebody just walked in and they just went, damn, John on the knuckle.
Even playing too with yoga is intense because I feel like that's the reason I can do it because okay, my history with yoga is like I will do it for 3 months and then I'll stop for 6 and then I'll do it again for 3 months and I'll stop. But it's like a continuous thing. It's been a continuous thing throughout my life, so I know a lot about it. And it's like I've through time developed the ability to like plank and everything because all of it genuinely when you're in yoga and when you're doing everything like when you're in plank you're resting, that's your resting time, that's your I will relax doing this time, so it's so I feel like I could do like a good 3 minute at least.
Yeah, it's a thing. But I don't know. I'm just when I talk about why I don't like the gym, I it's very like mixed with problematic masculinity.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people go like, "Well, you just go to the gym." I hate people who are like on a different mental level than you, and they go like, "What? Just do." And I'm not saying like I would be embarrassed if I go to the gym, but there's people who
Yeah.
are. Personally, what I don't like about the gym as a structure, as a complex, is that it's a cult,
Yeah.
and it's like there's a thing how you should look,
Mm-hmm.
and this is for the aesthetic purposes. And then you go like, and I hate cuddling, and then men go like, actually, muscles are soft, and I'm like, you know what's softer? Fat.
Fat.
You know,
Girl fat.
um, and it's such a thing of like, that's why I don't like the propaganda of like,
Yeah.
this is you should be active
that
and
was
you should eat healthy.
That's what I was gonna say about it. My biggest problem with the gym is like again with yoga, I knew what my body was gonna look like, and I love that. With the gym is very like you will build muscle, which I don't want to do. And the thing
But
is,
you're doing fitness. You're doing a lot of cardio, right?
yeah, I'm doing a lot of cardio. I'm doing a lot of that, and that's fine. That's all fine and
I made
dandy.
an ab line once just through Just
Uh
Dance
huh.
and like watching what I eat.
Yeah,
It
it
was
just happens. But
my
my
thing is
problem
like
is,
that's I got the one thing that I wanted, but it didn't look like the girls from Witch.
and
There
then
was like a cartoon called Witch, and it was such an animation style of like small waist and then just it was a line that
uh huh.
ended in a belly button.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's so and people were like, that's an ab line. And I'm like, ooh, and I
sure.
had it and I was so like
Okay.
I wasn't like ugly, but I was like, oh, I have that.
Yeah,
That's a
sure.
cool
That's the
thing.
thing. No, my thing is like I like with going to the gym, you're like, let's say my ass. Okay.
Uh-huh.
If let's say I'm going to the gym for 6 months continuously and I watch what I eat, everything, I will eventually develop a good body, quote unquote, good body.
Yeah.
Your ass will be up and firm and it's going to be fat. Like it's going to all do all those things and
It's
your
gonna be
legs and
skinny,
everything.
but a little bit fat.
I don't want that. I want to be skinny because I want to wear the clothes I want to wear and I want them to look exactly the way I want them to look. I don't want a fat ass. I don't want these things that are so like now conventionally like considered like hot or whatever. I want to be able to wear a skirt without being hot in
I
it.
do have a like a
You know what I
structural
mean?
I do have like a societal structural complex that can help you with that.
Huh.
Therapy.
But I'm saying I want to go out in like a slutty outfit without being hot.
But I feel
I
like
want to be just like I want to wear shit and be like aesthetically cute. I don't want to be like sexy.
thing is you will
That's how I feel.
always be objectified by men.
Sure,
There
but if
isn't
you're just like dainty and tiny, you're more likely to like fly under the radar. You know?
no, like a lot of my friends are just like I had a friend who was so like whenever I posted Amara, he was so like
Yeah,
Holy shit, that girl.
yeah.
Like, there's the thing, like, you will always be objectified by men,
But it's
and
not even that. I don't care. It's a thing of the way I want to look when I look in the mirror is not going to be if I had the
if
and I,
that's something that's achievable, go ahead.
but it's not for
But
me
it's not.
because I have that body type genuinely of like
Yeah,
if at my best I will be slim thick,
yeah.
and that's a
At my
problem.
best, I'm Slim Shady.
But you know what I mean? Like, even if I didn't lose all the weight that I have and everything, like, what will happen is I will get an hourglass body,
Yeah,
and I will have
which you
big
don't want.
hips, which I
You
do.
don't want to be Aphrodite. You don't want
Exactly. I want to be flat. I want to be flat. Can I please just be flat?
that.
I want to wear a
Ballet.
cute
Do
summer
ballet.
dress.
Do ballet.
Huh?
Do ballet.
Sure. Let me. Give me. It's not gonna fly.
Well, it's gonna when you eat cotton.
Do you know that models used to eat like toilet paper?
They used to eat cotton.
Yeah, like cotton toilet.
There isn't a thing that you can tell me that's over cotton.
Cotton.
I understand eating that parasite that eats your food. I get that.
I get the lore.
Cotton.
So I don't know.
But hey,
I want to be flat, genuinely.
my
No
thing.
boobs, no ass, and no stomach, and no like fat on me. I want to be like
Yeah. A lot.
brick board.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's a thing of like I have friends who are affected by the gym brain.
Yeah.
So they'll go like, "Oh, dude, you're such a pretty guy. You would be even prettier if you." And I'm like,
I
I
don't think that's pretty. You know.
I don't think that's pretty. I think you're a very attractive man. Like usually, my
Yeah.
friend. Like there are men who are still attractive, like even with their like build, but there are also men who are like it doesn't fit you at all.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Ethan Slater from Wicked, like
Yeah.
shirtless? It's like dork and then that body, and it's like
Yeah.
it does not fit
It
you.
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. But it's I don't know. It's a much bigger problem than just like "Oh, I just don't like the gym. I just
Yeah.
don't like." But I wanted to touch on that because there's a lot of people who just make light of everybody's problems, and I'm that person. I'm the person that people come to for that.
Yeah.
Or it's like, oh my, but the thing is, if somebody goes like, oh my god, my boyfriend cheated on me, I'll be like, holy shit, your boyfriend cheated on you.
Yeah.
But if it goes like, oh my god, I almost cheated with my boyfriend. Hey, buddy, it was almost.
It's alright.
I think you should tell him. But like, if you feel like you don't have to, if you feel like that's something you can live with, go ahead. But I feel like he won't love you any less, honey. Like that's my thing.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people who just. I know one girl that you also know. She would. I feel like if I said something about like, it's also a thing of how women feel in the gym, she would instantly be like, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of, it doesn't matter how you feel.
Yeah. It's not about that.
It is important that some people can come to that.
Funny you should mention that. I literally thought to myself the other day, if I look like her, you wouldn't catch me lifting a like 200 grama. I would be like, I will go there and I will be on the treadmill for 30 minutes and I would go home. Because like she
Mhm.
specifically is trying to bulk up and I'm like, I want to be that.
Yeah.
I just want to be like as like
But
just,
now she already has a lot of muscle.
yeah, she does, but it's a
But
thing
like
of
you
like
want to be like that before her.
mhm.
Like before that.
Yeah,
No,
so
I
it's
get what you mean.
very
So
like
it's a different like see you
goals,
like
yeah.
yeah, very different goals. But my thing that I just don't like when people make light of somebody else's situation.
Yeah.
It reminds me of this. It's so tone deaf, but a lot of the times it comes from just like lack of IQ. Because there was this one dude in our school, and we had this debate of like, should you have religion in class? And it was one of those like one of the classes in college where like the whole year attends.
Yeah.
It's not just for the English department's everybody. And I was like, no, because it furthers um furthers a divide amongst
Yeah.
people, and then it brainwashes you into religion. You feel like you have to do it. Some dude goes like, no, not me. My parents were religious as shit, and they were like, you're supposed to go, and I was like, no.
Nah.
And I was
And
so
it's
like,
like, yeah, good for you. Specifically you. Like, there's so much
Work
more to that.
diva.
Yeah.
I felt that I had to fit in, so I was like, religion is my thing.
Yeah.
Jesus is my brother.
Lord and Savior.
Um, but yeah, no, I haven't been up to a lot recently. I've been up to one thing and one thing only:
Mm.
spending money. I was This month is a hard one for me. Like I'm saving up for a lot of things. I actually like talked to Honest being like, hey, we should go to Syracuse next year. Like I want to
Yeah.
save up and like save up to the point
Just
where it's like,
really do my big one.
yeah, really do my big one. And it's like the month I go, I will not touch any of my payday of that month.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just the thing I
Yeah.
saved, and that's it. And I'm going to split, and I need to save for the Nintendo Switch 2. The Nintendo Switch 2 came out. I don't want to talk a lot about it because I get into very like angry territory. Because my thing with Nintendo is people rag on Nintendo about the things that Sony and Xbox already do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like everyone holds Nintendo to this high standard. And it's like also like people are angry now that video games are becoming like 80 to maybe even $90. And I'm like, I get it. I understand that, money is an issue. Video games in the 90s were $60
Yeah.
before the recession.
Yeah.
Adjusted to inflation, that's like
Yeah.
170, 150, whatever. And I'm standing up. It's a thing of, yeah, but I just, I don't, I'm in the lucky possession that I can. And
Yeah.
as as long as I have, I will.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Noah Centineo when he does that. It's not about the things you do. It's not about the things you have, but about the things you
Create
do with the things
things
that
you
you
to
have
have.
for others. Thank you. And then he sticks his tongue out.
Huh.
I thought that was the funniest thing on planet Earth. My big thing that I've been like contemplating and thinking about recently is like how much negativity I see in the world and how much negativity I give out because it's a thing of like I will be the first to speak out against a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not the first, obviously, but like
Yeah, you're not shy with your opinions.
I'm not shy with things, especially in front of my friends. But there's also like the thing of you perceive me in one way, but then like there's people that I don't like a lot of things about them,
Mm-hmm.
but I just keep it to myself because you're not important to me.
Yeah.
I'm so like there's things that I'm passionate about, but I'm like I just see a person and I just go like you're dumb. I go like flop. I'm so like
Loser.
you're just a flop. That's like I don't care about you. But it's a thing of recently on the podcast I talked about the whole Taylor Swift thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked what I want to talk about to people because it's very easy just to be like fuck Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift sucks. No, it's a thing of like there is a difference to
To hate towards Taylor Swift.
yeah, there's a
Yeah.
difference to hate towards Taylor Swift. There's a difference towards like me understanding that I'll sometimes hate towards Taylor Swift is just people hating
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Like that's the thing. But it's a thing of how much of it am I intaking? How much of it is like not controlled? It's a weird thing to think about because you get to pick and choose. I've been thinking a lot about celebrities who are not on the most politically correct sides, and it's like
Yeah.
they are people too.
Yeah.
Somebody being a liberal doesn't mean they're a good person,
Yeah.
and more importantly and more easy to forget, somebody being a conservative doesn't mean they're a bad person.
Yeah.
We're living in like very economic times that just separate us instantly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if you're friends with somebody who voted for Trump, you should not be friends with that
Kill
person.
yourself.
And then you go like, okay, you're a liberal person. What do you think jails should be?
Yeah.
Like, well, there are places to rehabilitate people, to like make them learn new ways.
The
Okay,
thing is,
my
what
friend.
happened to hating the government altogether?
Yeah,
Because genuinely, it sucks on both sides. Like, yes, one sucks more, Trump. But it's a thing of like, you have to have the understanding of, yes, Kamala is great, but then also,
Palestine.
kind of sucks. Like,
Yeah, like
there are so many
there's
things.
there's not a such thing as a good politician. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Jack Schlossenberg. That's true.
Sorry, Schwarzenegger. It's so weird that he's the governor of
Yeah, he's the
California.
governor of Alaska, I think.
Alaska, I thought it was
I
California.
think, well, maybe.
Doesn't matter. The point is, what the fuck? Like,
Um, what I was gonna say, like, there's a thing of like if you ask a liberal person, like, what is a jail, and it's like it should be a place where you get reinstitutionalized and learn of your ways, and then you go like, okay, I'm friends with a person who raped somebody who's grieving it, and then it's like you shouldn't be.
yeah,
There's a lot of like not a, and a lot of that's the thing, a lot of absolutes.
hmm
And when you're faced with a lot of absolutes, you're faced with instant backlash because you're not giving air for people to breathe.
you're not giving like, and also you lack general empathy.
Yeah,
You genuinely, it's like you have, if you're the type of a person, Amal did this a lot,
yeah,
where it's like, I have a set point of
yeah,
beliefs that I hold true, and anybody who strays away from that is just like either a bad person or a stupid person or all these things. And he had like, for every topic in the world, he had a strict opinion of it. And
yeah.
I'm sitting there being like, but you have to understand human condition. You have to understand
You
circumstances
have
from
to
which
understand
people
that
came
gray
from.
area,
Exactly.
that
Not
it's not just
everything
black
can
or
be
white.
black or white. And it's like you have to have like individually it's different.
Okay, let's say like something that we both kind of agree on, but the way you phrase it would be different. Like if you say all Zionists are bad, all
Mhm.
Zionists should be killed. There's a huge portion of Zionists that are just uneducated people.
Yeah.
And if you took the time not to say all Zionists should be killed, but be like, hey, this is the situation. There are
Yeah.
some that are brainwashed beyond compare that
Yeah.
it's like, no, this is,
And then sure, like you have a right to
you
your
have a
own.
right to be like, I don't want that person
Yeah.
in my life. I don't think that person is a good person. And that's good. That's
Yeah.
your prerogative. But just being like, when you say all this are bad,
Yeah.
there's a movement that just goes like,
Black or
no,
white. Yeah.
that goes like, no, all of these people are good.
Yeah. And then that creates Elon Musk. That
Yeah.
creates like a situation where you can't get out of it. And it's a, if everybody just understood the idea of individual. But another thing is like, yeah, okay, let's say the criminal justice thing, the way they do it in America. Very simple of here's a trial, here's you did this thing and
Yeah.
this thing happened. Why did you do it? Here's an explanation. And then you have a jury of your peers who are deciding on your fate. That makes sense because it's a thing of here's how I was brought up,
And then
here's my
somebody, and you
story,
say
here's
that
why I
makes,
did the thing.
you say that makes sense, and somebody goes like, but OJ.
Yeah.
And that's instantly such an absolutist.
Yeah, it's absolute. It's like a direct, like, but no,
Yeah.
and it's like, yes, murder is bad, but then it's also like, for me, like genuinely, if somebody came into my house and kicked and killed my dog,
It would be worse than somebody
I will
killing.
kill you.
Yeah.
I will kill that person, and then you will look at me and think that like, oh, she killed a person. Yes, I did, but I'm not a murderer. Like
Yeah.
I'm not an evil person because I did this. It's very like, so you can't say that murder is always bad, even though like if you look at it like, oh, what's the worst thing a human being can do? Kill someone. Like it's a
No,
direct thing.
like rape is much worse.
Yeah, it is, but
Like a brutal rape is like having a person live through something is
Mhm.
much worse than ending a human's life. Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
that's
ending
true.
a human's life is bad.
Yeah,
But the thing is, we're
but
all holding a lot of people to pedestals, and then it's a thing of okay,
yeah, but
but
just because
what are
again,
you giving to the table?
exactly, and it's a thing of like if you are a person who's like, I don't know, Chaperone is under a lot of fire lately. Sure.
Because Kamala Harris.
That like is old news. She went on Call Her Daddy to like her podcast. She
Uh-huh.
talked about like every single person that I know that has kids is miserable. Like they're miserable because they had kids. Like all this, and then moms everywhere were like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's awful. Blah blah. All these things.
But she also did an absolutist statement
Yeah,
on that, and that's part of the reason. Like that also
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
also got me to thinking like that's also why I was kind of on the Chaperone hate train
Uh-huh.
because it's a lot of like
Yeah, she does that. But again, my thing with that is like you do understand that you, as a random person in the work, like who's working and you have your own life and your own thoughts. You don't have to agree with her. You can just live your life and be like, hey, I dislike what you said. I don't agree with that. Move on. It doesn't have
Yeah,
like
that's
we've
the thing.
created this weird
But you,
atmosphere in the world. I have to say this.
yeah,
This weird atmosphere in the world where like cancel culture is at its highest, but then also nobody ever gets truly canceled.
yeah,
Nobody's ever like, oh my god, this person is horrendous, we're never going to support them again. It's like the perfect example of that is Trisha Paytas. I will say she is my guilty pleasure. This like she is my definition of what a guilty pleasure is.
yeah, yeah.
A person who like I disagree with
You,
so many things of what
you
you
think
did.
you shouldn't support her?
Yeah, but for some reason she is dear to my heart, and I'm like, you're entertaining to me, whatever. I will still like engage, but I'm still like that woman with all of the shit that she did will never be canceled,
Yeah,
and you're creating this like, oh no, like da-da-da,
because
this
she
is bad,
doesn't let
this is
herself
bad.
be canceled.
Exactly. But we as a society have normalized that so much to be like, I will crucify you, I will
Yeah,
criticize you, I will ever, and then that person is going to continue to have a career as they always did. It's such a like paradox that like nothing is gonna work, and it's like, can we just keep to ourselves? Can we just understand that sometimes a singer is just a singer and they don't
yeah.
need to know about the political state of the world right now?
Except if it's
If it's Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith. My thing is like that with Chaperone. It's also an absolutist statement,
Hmm.
and a thing that an absolutist statement will always bring is
Yeah.
negativity. So like any form of statement where it's like the only thing I can say for a fact in
Hmm.
this world right now is that people are alive. You know, it's so
Yeah.
it's very like Gene in that one episode where he's like, it just sucks when somebody says that something is loved by everyone,
Yeah.
which is a perfect explanation of like the thing. Like, no, we can all agree that food is amazing, and we all love Matt Damon, and that was like, haha, funny because Gene. But it's such a thing of like absolute statement. Even if they're positive, brings like
Yeah.
will always bring somebody going no,
Yeah.
and that's why I will understand like not understand, not support in any way, shape, or form, but like I don't know, like uh Chaperone and like that statement that you said, I haven't heard about that before.
Hmm.
But like also like Rachel Zegler right now
Yeah.
is very on the news. And my thing is I
With
love
Rachel, it's a very like calm down about the girl.
yeah, yeah, no, I get that completely, but it's also a thing of like the sin she committed is, and I'm saying this with 100% love to her as an artist,
Hmm.
being kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's your biggest
That's the big,
fucking like
and the thing is,
sin. Like,
a lot of people wouldn't give me the chance to hear me out on this. Like, oh, you're annoying, you're just bad, and you hate her. And
yeah,
that's it. I first of all think she's a lovely actress.
yeah,
I have a West Side Story poster in my room because I love that movie
yeah,
so much. A lot of it is because of her.
yeah,
Actually, the most of it is because of Steven Spielberg. God heaven almighty. But like after him, it's
yeah.
and Ariana DeBose. And but um the thing is instantly going for like
Let's crucify this person.
I'm saying like about Rachel Zegler like instantly being like I don't know, Snow White is just outdated and she doesn't need a prince to save her, and it's a thing of like
Performative activism. I'm gonna get into it later, but go on.
and it's a thing of like saying that is so like
You seem ungrateful. You seem all these.
this is I'm not just ungrateful. The thing is like about that is you say it like everyone should be thinking that,
Yeah,
and that's what gets people riled.
yeah,
Saying, and I'm not saying actually I am saying I'm saying like there's a need to be like I think of course there are moments where you like where that's not needed at all. Of course there's moments where like women deserve rights.
yeah,
Trans people deserve rights.
yeah.
It's a thing of like but saying like, hey, for me it's an outdated story.
Mhm.
For me it instantly
Yeah,
And then if I say that, like a lot of people would be like, "Oh, now it just feels like you're telling a woman to smile."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just saying like I understand, and that's the thing that irks me as well. Not to a point where I want to crucify the poor girl.
Yeah, let her live.
Absolutely, it's a thing of like, and I support a lot of the things she does, but sometimes the way she does it doesn't jive with me.
Yeah, it's not my prerogative, but I'm not gonna like put her on this. Like, you have to think everything I think
Yeah,
because the way I think is the way you should
yeah.
think.
Like, I'm not gonna be like I now hate her because she did that absolutist
Yeah.
statement because I found it kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It's a thing of like
I like you as an actor now. Like,
I like you as an actor, and I do like you as a person. I would be friends with her,
yeah,
and I'd be like, here, when you say things like that, it sounds a bit like. But I could say
preachy.
that to her as a friend,
Yeah. But
like
who am I to like,
as a fan. Who am I to be like she should be crucified
yeah.
because of this? She should be. But that's we keep seeing it. Absolute statements
Yeah.
get a lot of reaction, and
But that's the way it is though, on both sides. That's what's so like fascinating to me is that nobody ever is like, "Hey, I get it," and then I get it too. It's a thing of
I think this and this is the thing.
yeah, but then that breeds so much more of it. Like when it happens with bad people, with genuinely evil people, it breeds a situation of like with Elon Musk is a thing of like, oh,
He saved asteroid.
people with like fucking on the right are like he didn't do a Nazi salute, right? Let's take that for example. And then people on the left are like, oh, he definitely did a Nazi salute. So it's this like, and then the story blows up because people are crucifying him for it. Rightfully so, don't get me wrong.
But it's also like don't lose. He's done.
Fully. Like he did a
And I'm
hand
not saying
movement.
that it's not a crazy thing.
It's crazy, but it's a thing of like that's an awful man.
No,
But what I'm
it's a
saying
thing
is
like
like
it should be in the news, it should be talked about, but a lot of other things
yeah.
should also be in the news.
But what I'm saying is like the left is talking about it as like this evil thing, which it is, and they should. But it's a thing of then now people on the right will never look at it and go like, okay, I like him, I like what he stands for. That was a bit too much.
Yeah,
They will be like, I will double down. I will now do it.
because the other person is also doubling down.
Yeah,
It's a lot of just game of chickens.
exactly. And it's a
And
doubling down, and that just creates a more of a divide, and then it will
that's
breed
what
like
people are going
awfulness.
for. Like
Yeah,
people in power, that's what we just need to be divided, and not
yeah.
to be like we are the world, which
Not to be
gathers
like
the most
Michael Jackson and
not to gather the most important musical talent of all
uh-huh.
time and Latoya Jackson.
Yes.
But it's that's the thing of I really thought about myself of like, am I a person that spreads negativity?
Can you like either talk as I go pee or like pause as
I'm
I go
pausing. I
pee?
don't like talking as a go pee because then I'm like, anyways.
Do.
I've been thinking about like it. Am I a person that just spreads negativity?
Yeah.
That was my big thought recently of like, and it kind of did start with Taylor Swift because I feel like I'm the most intense about Taylor Swift because there's things that I'm also intense about, but it's not like it's my area of expertise.
Yeah, you feel like there's more backing to it.
When I talk about the Nolan Batman trilogy,
Yeah.
there's a place
Who
to it.
was gonna say what?
But it's also the thing of like I realize that sometimes it ends up me being like it turns out like I'm hating a thing.
Yeah.
I like the Nolan Batman trilogy. I think it's good. It just shouldn't be Batman.
Yeah.
And when like I don't know, me and Amber were talking about Uncharted.
Mhm.
She was like, I thought you didn't play those games. And I'm like, girl, I played the first three. It was like, but it shouldn't be this pedestal of like
Yeah.
excellence in
Uh-huh.
gaming. And that's the thing, like, I don't like movie games and shit like that. And now I'm just very opinionated.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Because I will love things
Mhm.
to a very,
Yeah.
you know, not just things that should be like. I'm
Mhm.
not, I'm not just like, I don't know. You don't see me talking about The Godfather like, oh my God, it's the second coming of Christ.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I haven't seen it. I don't know
Mhm.
much about The Godfather. Apparently, like that Batman comic that we both like is
Yeah.
very much based on The
Godfather.
Godfather.
Yeah.
So
It's
So
funny how even the people who have never seen it know the lore to a point of like, I will always
never ask me about my
recognize.
business.
Never ask me about my business. You come to my daughter's wedding to ask me for a favor.
Mi familia,
Mi familia.
the long Halloween. Um, but no, that's been a, a lot of like my questioning now, and I'm just trying to escape negativity of like a hole that keeps.
Yeah, it keeps digging.
Because I've been recently, um, I never get my friends for reading comments
Mm-hmm.
because it's like that's just you're setting yourself up to have a bad time. Like it's as long as there's a even in like good ones where it's like who's your favorite character and then somebody posts something like if you go like you'll see somebody disagree but like in those I don't like it but the second you like it's constantly and it's constant fighting it's constant like discord and it ain't good for people to be exposed to that much
Yeah,
negativity constantly. I get that we live in scary times
but
but
it's, I don't know. I've always been a person of like, if I have something that I like, I will tell you why I like it. And if you tell me you don't care or if you don't like that, I don't care that you don't. I was always that type of person where it's like, I will preserve my own peace and sanity in understanding that we don't have to agree on things. And that I've always, and that is something that I'm very like proud of for myself where I
that's
will
also like
never like,
beautiful.
yeah,
Like we don't have. Also, it sounded like you just thought of that, and I was so like,
it's
that's
fine.
beautiful. I'm the same. Where it's like the beauty of people is that we are not the same. There's not a singularity.
Exactly.
There is just there's everyone has their different thoughts, and
And I will appreciate things that other people appreciate, even if I think it's stupid.
if I'm extreme about a thing, I will personally stop myself with like, for instance, Rehana really loves Black Swan,
Mm.
and when she mentions that, I'm like.
Zip it.
Don't say a thing
Mhm.
because my view towards Perfect Swan and Darren Aronofsky is for the jugular.
My thing is, if you have never seen True Blue or True
Perfect
Blue,
Blue,
True Blue, Perfect Blue, and if it never existed, would do you think you would like Black Swan?
maybe
Yeah,
not to the level that I like Perfect Blue,
yeah,
but my thing is with Perfect with Black Swan. It's like listening to The Weekend, where I'm like,
yeah,
you took everything from the genre of music that
yeah,
I love and just made it shit up.
yeah.
It's like
It's something that you took from somebody else and made you a shit ton of money.
without
You
you
know?
adding much good to it.
Yeah.
Without you adding anything to it that I
Uh-huh.
think is good,
Yeah.
except Natalie Portman in the case of Black Swan.
Yes, and you know.
But it's a thing of like when she mentions it, I'm like, it's a thing that we both disagree, and
But it's
we
also
would
a thing.
both have very absolutist statements that I
Hmm.
don't want to make towards you, somebody who loves that.
Yeah.
So like,
But it's also a thing of like I can understand like okay, let's say you're somebody who really very much appreciates animated
yeah,
things.
yeah,
And it's a thing of some people might look at animated things and in their brain it's going to translate into this is for kids.
this is for kids, or this is just the bigger one is like this is just because they didn't have money to do it live action.
Or yeah, sure. But it's a thing of like some people look at it and be like this isn't for me, yada yada. I can also respect that. Me personally, I can be like, sure, that's not your prerogative. That's not what you like. That's not what you enjoy watching.
But for me, if that happens, I'm like, I respect it from like way back here.
From like, don't talk to me, way.
It's very like I just don't I cannot be friends with you. I don't hate you as a person. I just know that we are on
Yeah,
wavelengths that are so different
yeah,
that we just because it's such a big thing of me.
yeah. Yeah,
If you
that's the thing.
if you can't and it's I'm not saying like that like of course there's people like that who are assholes like oh you
Yeah,
watch cartoons what the fuck
yeah.
like that's so for kids but like there was that guy that I told you about he was like watching The Simpsons how weird he
Hmm.
wasn't like you're a kid
Yeah.
but the fact that he thought that I still enjoyed The Simpsons is weird
Hmm.
instantly told me like we are not on
The
this
same wavelength.
I'm
Yeah,
not he didn't make an absolute statement of like
yeah.
hey like that's for kids that's dumb that's But I was just like, we aren't. It's we instantly know that it's not for that. But like I said, that's where I was like, I'm not a negative person because I know when Hannah mentions perfect, like Black Swan is one of her favorite
Mm.
movies. I'm just like, but
It's
not
like
like John. I don't like. I'm not like okay,
whatever.
okay, whatever. It's
Yeah,
just a thing of like,
sure.
I'm like, what would this conversation make?
Hi, Dana.
What would this conversation do in our friendship?
Yeah.
What could she's not gonna she thinks that my opinion is very dumb and I think that her opinion is very dumb. And we
Yeah.
like it's an equal amount of we think that each of the opinion is dumb. And I
But
would
it's
start
also a thing you're not gonna stop being friends with her over that.
of
You
course.
know?
But it's a thing of like why have that conversation?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
I just truly don't like her.
I do get I get intense about things personally. But I think it's because I grew up in a very, I never had friends who liked what I liked.
Mm-hmm.
It was always like I had to assimilate, I had to do what they liked because that was what it was,
Yeah.
whatever. So it's like for me, I've learned to understand that my interests are for me and for me only. And if you dislike it, I don't get offended. I don't care
Yeah.
because I know what it did for me. And if it's not gonna do the same for you, I'm not gonna force you into it.
Yeah.
And it's
It's always a thing of like I will never dock anybody who gave it a try.
mhm.
I will. I'm Lois Griffin going like, yeah, I agree with Stu. I don't think it's fair to
I
make
don't think
that
it's fair.
statement without finishing the movie. But it's a thing of I showed you an episode of Cowboy Bebop and you were
Mhm.
like,
Too
not for
boyish.
too boyish.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Mononoke. You like the show Mononoke that I showed you.
Uh-huh.
You might love it because
Yeah.
that art style is
Yeah, it really
that art
spoke to
style.
me for some reason.
Yeah, the like anime, not the Ghibli one.
Oh yeah.
I showed you the other thing,
Yeah.
and I'm like, maybe you would love that, but it's a thing of like you would give it a try of an episode,
Mhm.
and you'd be like, you know, the thing like how Gene says it is for me true with an anime called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where everyone agrees. Remember the sutain on the computer. Everyone agrees like that's the best anime of all time.
Mhm.
I watched like 10 episodes of it, and I just it didn't click with me.
Yeah.
And everyone goes like, "But you got to go through it." And I'm like, "If it's perfect,
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't
should
have
feel
to. Yeah.
something by episode 10."
Yeah.
And it's a thing of there's a specific thing I don't like it that people are surprised that I don't like it. It had this very monologue that just didn't sit with me
Yeah.
of about God.
Mhm.
Monologues about religion in media, especially atheist ones,
Huh.
rub me so wrong. Because instantly I know that it's some edgy dude
Yeah.
who's like, have you seen that scene in Mr. Robot where he talks about how we're all just doomed as
Yeah.
human? Like it, and every time I'm just like, once again, it's an
Everybody
absolute statement.
who's so actively atheist, sure, I will personally will identify as an atheist just because yes, I don't believe in God.
Yeah.
Period. But I'm not sitting here being like, if you believe in God, you're stupid because
And
of this and this and this and
and
that
any
reason.
show that makes that statement just rubs
And
me the wrong way.
huh?
Any
Any
show that makes
show,
that
yeah.
actually I don't like any forms of like too much talking about religion.
I do like it in a cultural sense. And that's a thing that I wanted to I was talking oh my god, this pissed me off. I had long debates
Well,
with Amel about this.
but I mean, like I love Fleabag season 2.
That's what I'm saying. There are things where okay, so I was trying to make a point, and yes, in retrospect, I did use Jordan Peterson's point, but in my own way. I took what he said and I took away what I thought was profound, quote unquote, about it, that had nothing to do with him because he's still religious. He still believes in Jesus and Christ and there's a God in the skies, and I don't. But he said something about you can't deny that God exists because of the way it
Because of
influenced us
yeah,
culturally.
yeah, yeah.
And I tried to relay that to him, and he was so no, that's stupid, and da 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 da. And people who are so dead set on that is like, you have no nuance in you.
Yeah.
You have no understanding of what I'm trying to explain, what I'm trying to say with it. Of like, laws were made throughout history based on religion because church was so directly intertwined
Yeah.
with rulers,
And
and
that
then from that bred today's genuine like laws, like, because it's like laws that were made because there are certain things for me that I wouldn't consider a crime morally, but it is considered a crime because it's
because
like,
of
oh,
religious
theft is
standards.
bad, sure. Okay, theft is bad. Why? Because God at some point said that you shouldn't steal. And then that correlated into that. And I'm like, yes, if you steal, a starving child's last piece of bread, that's bad. But if you steal something from a corporation that's worth billions, who gives a shit? That shouldn't be a
There's
crime.
also a thing of like, if you vandalize, if you like spray paint on somebody's house, sure.
Uh-huh.
Spray paint something on a church, even if it doesn't have to do with the church, it was just a wall. But still,
Yeah.
like, that's a bigger crime
And that's what I'm saying.
than vandalizing
Yeah.
a random house.
And that, in
And
that
I'm saying,
way,
like, it doesn't have to be a hate crime. You don't have
you
to go
can
to a
just,
mosque and
you
be
can do
like,
a heart. And then
yeah,
people
like, oh my God,
still,
like, yeah. You don't
yeah.
have to. There's, I get it when it's a hate crime because it's
Yeah.
like
And it's a thing
we
for
have
me,
a church
like,
in our like in here, and some kid wrote like Jesus was a femboy on it, which like,
sure,
and that's like
no,
that's also, it's
that's,
a historic church.
yeah, like, that is
That's
funny.
the big. It's a church that like people don't go to. It's a
Yeah, it's a landmark.
My
But
bitch sister, by the way, like thought I did it.
that,
Like that's really like I remember that because she phrased it so like, oh, so I don't know. Some people are telling me that like it's like it was you, and I'm like,
no,
I thought about it for 2 minutes because I was like, tell me who it is.
yeah,
She's like, no, did you don't know them? And I was just like,
you
oh,
think I did
you
it.
think I did it,
Yeah,
and you think so lowly of me that I would like
yeah, do that.
spray paint. The only thing I would spray paint is like censor Tubby's name on like everything he wrote on. Like
Yeah,
that's, but it's a, and that the show made a feel like such a like a average atheist point, like, oh my God, children are starving and you think that there's a God, and I'm
yeah.
so like,
Men knew, like, calm
which
down.
by the way, in that show, that kid met God. Like,
So,
it's a thing of like there he met a higher deity
yeah,
that it didn't sit right with me, and but throughout the whole show I didn't care about the characters. I cared about like some of the female characters I did like, but it's whatever. And then a lot of people go like, "Oh, you should like if you go through these parts, you'll get one of the best anime." And I'm like, with Cowboy Bebop, you very much know from the first episode if it's for
what
you
you're
or if
able,
it's not.
yeah.
It's like space cowboy. If you read the title and you're
You
not
know.
for it, you're like, and that's why for me, Cowboy Bebop is like the best cinematic, best episodic anime of all time because I'm like that. It's from the beginning to end. There's not an episode that I like that I
Mhm.
dislike. It's not a, and Cowboy Bebop also for me is a perfect example of like diversity makes a show feel more real because in the main cast there's no like actual diverse person. Ed is kind of non-binary ish, but in the like in the shows there's just they run through town and some woman says like, oh, my girlfriend said, and
Mhm.
it's a thing of like, and it happens a few times. They Queer people don't have to be main characters,
Yeah.
but diverse people make a world feel lived in.
Yeah, makes it real. Makes it like you
Like,
understand what it is.
but everyone being like, oh, my husband,
Mhm.
oh, my child, oh, my husband, my two children, and our pet something,
Yeah.
and we all live in picket fence. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I love about the show as well. But anywho, there's another one. I don't get it when like there's shows that are slow burns, and then people are like, you just gotta get through that part, and I'm like, oh, the slow burn part, the part that's setting up
Yeah.
the like good thing. Like
Yeah.
if there's one called Steins Gate, and it's a lot about like making the time machine and how
Mhm.
you do and what you're doing, and goes and it goes and it goes in, and like the middle of it, one of the characters dies. And then it's a thing of like, how do we reverse
Yeah.
everything to make that character grow? And that's where people are like, oh my god, that's great. And I'm like, if you don't like the science behind it, don't watch the science fiction.
Yeah.
It like there's a
Exactly.
but hey,
Hey.
there's speaking of anime
Uh,
and things being horrific,
yeah.
thing that I'm very intense about is the usage of AI to make Ghibli
Let's.
art,
Yeah. Let's
and
get
which will
into it.
give us a great transition into this
Yeah.
week's thing. Um, before like we're gonna talk about something. Before this, you watched one
Yeah.
Ghibli movie, and
Uh-huh.
it's Kiki's
Kiki's
Delivery
Delivery
Service,
Service.
which is so like it's a witch and a ja.
Yeah.
Could you tell from that movie that that was very like disrespectful?
Yeah. It's here's my problem with it. Okay. I'm gonna get my point out and then you can go in because I feel like you have a lot more to say.
Because I'm like I have a tattoo of
Yeah,
it.
so, you have the legal
There's
right.
always like the person with the tattoo of it has the
Yeah, the upper
higher
hand
speaking
to be
power,
like, hey,
which
I
is
know
funny
about
because
this
if
thing.
somebody goes talks about Thelma and Louise and goes like, "What do you two think?" We're like, "Great movie."
A movie about friendship.
It's a beautiful movie about friendship. It's a beautiful story about friendship.
But here's my thing. I personally, generally, dislike the idea of AI.
Generative AI, we gotta say generative AI,
Yeah.
because there's AI that like helps like hospitals find cancer faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's the thing of like people want to go, like, but actually, generative AI,
Generative AI,
AI that
exactly.
you ChatGPT and like
Yeah, shit like that where
AI
it's like
art.
AI art is like the most
I feel I feel disgusting.
disgusting.
I feel disgusting saying AI art.
Yeah, it doesn't work. The only way I will say that in the same sentence with AI and art together is the fact that I feel like 90% of humanity can always tell
Tell.
there's something missing from
Yeah.
it. And that, like, there's
You know what it
always
is, and I'm being very earnest here.
soul.
Soul.
Soul. But it's not just that.
Somebody said it perfectly. AI accidentally proved that the human soul exists because it
Yeah,
showed us art without it.
exactly. But that in itself is art of understanding that every single piece of it has a signature. So the other thing that was like that I randomly was like I saw a random quote and I was like, "Oh, this feels like Charles Bukowski because I've
Yeah.
read a lot of his when I was a teenager
Yeah.
because I was as a teenager
And
very
it was
into him.
Charles Bukowski.
And it was him having never read that thing before.
Yeah.
So there's always a signature that comes with it.
Yeah.
And the same idea with it is with AI art, quote unquote, where it's like you will look at it and you will know what it is, and it didn't come from a human, it didn't come from anything good.
Yeah.
And that is a thing that I will say, like, that that is just an addition to prove that art within itself, you can always identify if you're familiar with it where it comes from.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. That is something that I'm very like, but not when it comes to AI, when it comes to like generally in the
Yeah.
world, you will look at a painting and you'll be able to differentiate it between Frida Kahlo and Basquiat or something. You will always know.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty. But when it comes to
Yeah,
this
you can always look at a
controversy,
Van Gogh and be like, "That's shitty." That's one of my favorite things that Concover did. Like just for 15 minutes, it's bad. It's not one of
bad.
and my favorite thing is that guy standing there just
Like enthusiast. Like this man devoted his life.
he is probably like a scholar of
Uh-huh.
Van Gogh's art. But my thing is like,
It's just bad.
but
And like
we're going like,
15 minutes.
but that's just
like,
me. What do you think?
what do you
Dude standing there like,
like the neck of muscle? But again, like that's what I mean by like the understanding that this came from AI, didn't come from real human, and that being its signature is art within itself. That's my
Yeah.
only thing. But what I will say,
even unoriginal people when they try and do art,
it's like there's a thing of you in there.
there's just a
Thing, a little
even
shitty ass like
appreciation of another artist's thing is
Yeah.
in your thing.
Exactly. And that's something that describes you as a person. And that's wonderful. But what I was going to say with the whole Ghibli situation is like, okay, so that's making people mad mostly because the creator himself said this is horrendous.
It makes me mad in 6 different ways. Let me count the
Yeah.
ways. It's I can remake the movie 10 Things I Hate About You about AI Ghibli art.
For me, it's a thing of I've never been as a child, not as a grown up, not as
Like I
like
said,
I've
you
never.
watched Kiki's Delivery Service, which is so like it's not about kind of Hayao Miyazaki's signature is like people
Yeah.
versus nature.
Uh-huh.
But you watched a movie that's not that, and you were like, he ain't about that.
Yeah. No, he don't like that shit. But it's a thing for me of like you're taking away from somebody's
Artistry.
lifelong like commitment to this thing, and you're creating it in a way of like, can you make me look like the Ghibli character? And like, look at this is my selfie, and like I want to look like that. But it's also a thing of
A lot of
it's
the people
horrendous,
are like it's a lot of uneducated.
and like yeah, people don't
That's my
understand what
favorite thing to
Ghibli
say
is.
of all time.
Uneducated.
Uneducated.
Yeah. People don't know it. People have never seen anything from it. People are not in the world in the same world space as that.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not in the.
And
I
me,
can.
me
I
personally, I'm not. I feel like, and
I hate it, but I'm not
I feel you
in it.
hate Ghibli art. I feel very like earnestly like I feel like I'm not pushing this on you when I think you might become a like lifelong Ghibli fan.
Yeah,
Because what you saw, you like very like
yeah, and I'm very open to it too. But it's like
people are genuine like people hate anime, but they're like Ghibli,
Ghibli.
you
Yeah,
know. But you don't even hate anime. You're just like I need John to sift through the bad shit.
yeah, because I'm not about to. I'm not about that life. I'm not gonna sit through a
I'm
bad
not gonna
story.
watch Monster Musume.
Yeah,
It's as bad as it sounds. Um,
but it's a thing for me of
by
like.
the way, I feel like we should watch like High School of the Dead. That
Uh-huh.
is the funniest anime of all time. People say that it was animated with one hand because the other was down the pants. It's so like there's a moment where you know how you need like there's some guns that have such a hard reverb that you need like a thing to place them on. The man figures out that the breast of his lady friend next to him has the right amount of like tension and jiggliness to like
Kill me.
absorb the reverb of the gun.
Sure.
And then the bullet
Absolutely.
fires.
Makes
The
sense.
camera follows the bullet
No, for sure.
under a woman's skirt.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then a woman is doing a backflip. Her one breast goes up, the bullet goes under the breast, and while it is between the breasts,
Mhm.
the breasts shift.
Yeah,
So
that's
the
biology.
bullet- no. Like as she's spinning, they're like
Yeah, yeah.
and
That's
then in the middle they go like, and
that
then it
makes
kills
perfect sense to me.
a zombie.
Yeah, duh. Like what's your quarrel with it? I don't.
And that's the thing. Like I know that that's horrendous, but it's the funniest thing of all time. It's camp.
No, I just want to make one point because I keep circling around it. I personally am not a fan of AI in general, and I'm not a fan of this happening with the Ghibli situation, but on the same level. Because I'm like, I understand that this is generally just a bad situation.
Yeah, it's
And
just a fad.
it's just awful. But also, I'm like, okay, so there's this girl I work with, Alma. She's like, she has no idea about Ghibli. She has no idea about what AI is doing to the earth in general. She
Yeah.
doesn't she's not into this world. She doesn't know, she doesn't care. So she took a picture of like a selfie that we like three of us did, and she turned into it. I am not the type of person to be like, well, how dare you do that?
Yeah.
Even though I dislike it,
Yeah.
genuinely, like
That's
I
the thing. Is
actively
she
dislike
is,
it.
that's the thing of also like I know her, and if I run into her, I'm not gonna be like,
No.
listen here.
You.
It's a thing of that. That's what I talked about. It's you are not important enough to me
Yeah.
because it's a thing of I'm not like if I teach one person, I've saved the world. It's a thing of like I love
You pick and
you.
choose your battles.
I love you. I love my friends, and if I saw
Yeah.
a friend that I love do it, I'd be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is
just
and with that you kind of hurt me too.
Yeah.
I know that it's on, and my friends usually, if that happened, would be like, I
I sure.
bet, you know,
Yeah.
like Um,
And I just think it looks like on the most baseline level ever, like the most like in nothing more than to it. It looks ugly to me.
yeah,
You're making something that looks horrific for what
yeah,
reason? Like you see the person who created this form of something actively tell you that they dislike it, that they're not a fan of it, and you don't care or you don't know about it, and then you do it, and it's a thing of it's not even good.
yeah.
And it's also like, but to another point
I
though,
love that you're the one that's making the like more concise and smaller point, and I'm gonna be the one to.
yeah. To another point though, like turning your picture into animation has been a thing since like 2013.
There's been like Motorola phones
That's what I'm saying.
with like you look like you're a pencil drawing.
Uh-huh. You can turn yourself into like a drawing. You could have turned yourself into all
There's a
of these
I
things.
have a picture on my like second Instagram that's so like it's just me and Anna's being like, and it's
That's
like
just
we look anime-ish, but it's not AI because it's just outlining parts of
yeah,
our face and being like color, like
yeah.
color
Basically.
and shading.
But it's like you've had your whole life to do this and nobody did it really.
Yeah,
Nobody was that into it up until now where it's like a controversy to do it and it blew up
yeah,
for whatever the fuck reason because genuinely the fucking stupid drawing looks better to me because
yeah,
it's like oh it's this is cute and funny. That's just like it looks fake, it looks manufactured, it doesn't look pretty at
yeah.
all.
And it doesn't look Ghibli.
Yeah, it's just whatever.
Also,
Like
it's just
why?
people like sitting in chairs like Ghibli, and it's like the thing about Ghibli is Ghibli never looks like a picture.
Yeah,
It never looks like it looks a lived in life.
yeah.
Anywho's for me to start mine.
Go on.
AI first is bad for the earth. Shock.
Yeah,
And then it's like AI has to take so much water
yeah. Just support.
just to not overheat, just to be that. And they're like the amount of people doing AI Ghibli is melting
Mm-hmm.
like CPUs
Yeah.
on whatever. So it's first you take that. First, I'm with you that I just don't like generative AI.
Yeah.
I don't like people using ChatGPT. I don't like just
You're trying
it
to make
takes so
life
much more
simpler.
energy than Google.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is, you and I, now when we Google, it's gonna be like, here are also the AI results.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And sometimes you can't turn that off. And it's a thing like, do I just have to become a hermit?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a thing of like, I'm not saving the earth if I become a hermit, you know?
Yeah.
So there's that thing first. First things first. Second thing second. AI generative art is theft
Yeah.
of art.
Yeah.
It's not
Even if
you.
you don't like
Mhm.
directly like do a thing of like make art as if Basquiat did
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
it's still a
If
culmination
you do
of
like,
a
I need
hundred different
abstract,
artists.
you're taking from abstract artists
Exactly.
without you as a human being giving your own input into
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
You are just even
You're
like
just typing words into a computer and it's spitting out what it
even
has.
when you're an artist that's just recreating, people will be like boring,
Mm-hmm.
dumb,
Yeah.
annoying,
Yeah.
soulless.
Yeah.
And then this happens, and it's you are genuinely taking the art and being like having a
Yeah.
program learn it so it can recreate.
Yeah.
So you are taking an artist's life work.
Yeah.
You are taking what's making an artist. And then you also do it against Hayao Miyazaki, who's you can have a lot of things that you don't like about Hayao Miyazaki. Let me tell you this. He is, first of all, not a good dad. Very like Japanesey with his dad. With his son.
Yeah.
He's so like, you know.
Learn math.
No, his son did a made a his son made a few like of Ghibli movies, and the first he did was Tale at Earthsea. It was like an adaptation of a book, and it's really not that good. Because it's like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like it would be good if you read the book and then it was like this chapter is this part of the movie, you know,
Mm-hmm.
very. And he just watched it, and everyone was being like, "Hey, it's really good," and he just kept seeing his dad, and his dad walked home, like didn't say
Yeah.
anything, and he was so like, it just it wasn't a good movie. Like
Mhm.
they record him and he's like it just and it's the thing of like yeah that
Yeah.
you can feel a lot about Ghibli as a company with like overworking their people, but also in Japanese society, it's
Normalized.
overworking is the norm,
Yeah.
kind of. And it's like, especially as an artist, it is honorable to be overworking yourself. When they were making The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, one of like what I think to be one of the most important video games of all time,
Yeah.
people slept in the offices on cardboard boxes. But
Uh-huh.
it's not you working overtime at some like call center
Yeah.
to please a supervisor. It's you enjoying and
Yeah.
putting
Wanting to
yourself
put yourself there.
wanting to put yourself into to create this art piece that
Yeah.
to this day somebody that was born a year after that game released
Hmm.
when video game like somebody who's used to so like beautiful 3D visuals to see like Lara Croft triangle titties level like animation to be
Well,
like this is the most one of the most important games of all time for me,
yeah.
and you take all that and you give it to a program
Yeah.
to do that. So like you can hate a lot about Hayao Miyazaki, but that is his art
Yeah.
and you respect his art, and then you do that. And then I have two people that I just cannot. I mean, three people here, like
Yeah.
three types of people here that
Uh-huh.
I cannot stand because it brought light to me a lot of performative
Activism.
activists.
Yeah.
I there's a few friends, I mean, few people that I know that were so like and global warming and I am over here teaching immigrants and look at
Mhm.
me with my immigrants and free Palestine and hopped on this trend like a motherfucker. It's
Mhm.
like so instantly did it.
Yeah.
Even one guy did it like oh my god, what a guilty pleasure. Like oh AI is bad, but
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah,
like
but like then you're gonna shit on me for drinking Coca-Cola.
yeah, come
Fuck
on.
off.
Like it's
Yeah.
such a thing of like, and I understand that this is a thing that's important to me,
Mhm.
and that it can very easily blow off on a person that it's not supposed to be blown off. It's
Mhm.
supposed to be like I'm here trying to educate you, but first and foremost, the performative activists, they're bad in every situation.
Mhm.
I mean, they have their own place in the world. They
No, fuck
like,
off. No, I will not stand for that. Because again, there's such a big difference between like there will be a bitch on Instagram who's like fucking Instagram bio is gonna be like save the polar bears, and then like what she posts is gonna be like shit talking Greta Thunberg. Like, oh my god, it's so cringe that she like took a boat for 19 days instead of flying or whatever to laugh at her because that's what trendy and that's what these people do. It's a thing of like you will
but it
take
also
what's
does
trendy,
spread awareness, though.
but it like
That's the one
in
thing.
the worst
That was
way
that,
possible.
but that was my thing of like at the very least to spread awareness.
Sure, but it's a thing of like you're sitting there being like, I hate this. Like
No, but like even
it's
bot.
trend.
I was going for like even bottom feeders have a purpose.
Yes,
They're not mosquitoes, Salman. They're
they're
bottom
not.
feeders. Um,
I don't know. I think that's the lowest of the low. Like genuinely,
I
I
don't.
know what I'm about, and I know what I will stand for, and what I will and will not do. But I will never sit there and be like it's literally a vegetarian who's like, but sometimes I eat fish and chicken. Fuck off! You just don't like red meat, so
Actually,
just
like
say that.
fish is okay because you can be a pescatarian.
No,
The the pescatarian is a thing.
it's a thing, but don't call yourself a vegetarian
No,
if
no,
you're a
you call yourself a
pescatarian. You
pescatarian.
know, I'm
The
just gonna get grab my bag. You talk.
there's a thing of like pescatarians where it's like somebody asked like what's the difference between a vegetarian and a pescatarian, and they were like pescatarians just believe that the fish have sinned. And I don't know what me and Amra talked about. It was such a thing of oh my god, it was so like quip and quick and quippy
Mhm.
and um I don't know what it was, but I was just like the fish have sinned, whatever.
Yeah.
Um, the two people, there's one that I just hate because of personal reasons, personal history, and then there's I would kick this person in the face.
Okay.
There is number one, people who wouldn't touch a Ghibli movie with a 10-foot pole,
Uh-huh.
making that being
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I'm Ghiblified, which is what you mentioned, but I cannot stand like
But it's not even that like
I used to make this point of like I was bullied for watching anime. No, I was bullied for being a weeb. It was like a thing
let's
of
not
like
call it what it's
let's
not.
not. I was. I took it to a high that is not
Yeah.
good, and it's a thing of like. But there were also people who liked me as a person, but there was so like, what the fuck, you're so weird for watching that show, and now they're like, Attack on Titan's my favorite thing. They have like
Uh-huh.
Attack on Titan tattoos and shit like that, and I can't stand that. But I can't stand like you're not even gonna sit down and watch this thing that you're just stealing from.
Mhm.
So you're agreeing that it's pretty. You're agreeing that you want your life to be that way,
Yeah.
but you will not do the time to sit down and enjoy a piece of art
Yeah.
that's as beautiful as this. And the worst
Of
of
the
the
worst.
worst of people, I would genuinely like this is where I would do an absolutist sentence. This
Mhm.
is where I would get into a fight and like
Say it,
fucking
girl.
punch somebody in the face.
Fuck it up.
You growing up watching Ghibli media,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
sitting down and doing that
Mhm.
just tells me that you are genuinely the dumbest person I
Yeah.
know. It's unimaginable to me that you watch that and think that it is okay to do
Mhm.
AI Ghibli anime art.
Yeah.
Because it's such a thing of all these movies are
Yeah.
against that.
Mhm.
It would be like I explained to you, it would be like somebody using our podcast to prove a misogynist point.
Yeah, like
It was somebody using a podcast being like,
manosphere being like
yeah, being like this gay boy and this bisexual girl got
say
it.
that
Like,
men have feelings, but that means that women don't. Like
something
genuinely.
like that. It will be like it's such an unprecedented. It will be like being like, Greta, I enjoy you so much. Here's your brand new car.
Here's your Ferrari. Like, yeah.
Here's a private jet. It will be like giving Schindler a painting, and he's like, "Ooh, these reds are so good," and you're just like, "Thanks, it's Jewish blood," you know. It's
Like Schindler painting and it's by Hitler.
no, giving Schindler a painting, and he's like, "Ooh, these reds are so nice," and you're just like, "Thanks, it's Jewish blood," you know. It's
Yeah.
you are doing everything that these movies
Yeah.
are against, and also like
If you're actively saying I hate anime and then turn yourself into an anime using AI, kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's such a
But if you say that you love and enjoy something and then do something that heart is against, you know, it will be.
no. The only people who get a pass on this are the people who know nothing about nothing.
I know nothing about nothing. Oh my god, oh my god, they finally
Oh
put
my
it
god,
on.
look at the filter. Alex a kid.
Oh my god, they finally
Sure.
put it on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
and that's just because it's dangerous. The danger
Yeah.
of it spreading like that is whatever. But if you wanna, if I go like, I'm gonna watch Princess Mononoke tonight, and they go like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's this Japanese like animation movie, and they go like, ew, it's an
Ew.
anime.
Yeah.
But like, I cannot imagine somebody being like, I have this love and appreciation for Ghibli,
Yeah.
and then I don't care how pretentious I sound, I don't care how anything I sound. It's like, no, you watched a movie with glassy eyes.
Uh-huh.
You barely like glimpsed at it.
Yeah.
You know the beginning, middle, and end, but it didn't make you feel anything.
Yeah.
You remember your mom playing it one time while you were sick, like that.
Yeah.
Like you don't love Ghibli if you do something like that. It would be the same thing with doing that with The Legend of Zelda. It would be the same thing.
Barbie.
Imagine being like, I love Barbie, and then being a sexist.
Yeah, exactly. It's very that.
And it's such a thing of I just cannot stand it, and I
Yeah.
cannot fathom it. And
I can understand the logic behind it either to be familiar with it and to understand what it is and to still be like, well, I don't care.
yeah,
And it's like,
well, you know, Miyazaki is kind of a shitty dad, so
so whatever.
that I just I that's the thing. I was talking a lot about like lines. There's lines for some people, and for me, I have a lot of lines and feelings about art and
Yeah.
somebody's art and appreciating somebody's art differently because it's a thing of like I told you about this friend that I had who so like who he always bought like when he goes to Italy we buy Batman comics together. And so like, oh, we like the same shit. And then we talked about Stellar Blade, which is very like a different like it's Bayonetta, but
Yeah.
it like
Different
sci-fi
format.
setting. And he was like, you know, it's so good, like it's not a woke game. And I was like,
Up.
instantly I know you're not reading
Yeah.
Batman, you're just glossing over
Yeah.
Batman.
You're just like,
oh my god,
he's so cool because he does things like this.
oh my god, and oh my god, my favorite Batman, the Batman who laughs, he like kills Joker and it sprays gas on
It's
him.
always the worst type of people who.
Very what you sent me, like BoJack Horseman,
Yeah.
like just
You more of people who like you missed the point and you love these characters because you missed the point.
Cowboy Bebop is very that, but not to like. He's not a toxic man.
Yeah.
But he is very like whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
But that is talking about his avoidance of his own life.
Yeah.
And his, but people are like, I'm gonna smoke weed and I'm gonna watch Cowboy Bebop.
So like,
because like he does that and I think that's cool.
Yeah.
He dies at the end because he chased like this ideal that he wanted to find this woman, and that was his whole thing was like this woman that I was with when I was in this like horrific organization. And this man who had nothing to live for loses that woman too, and then he's like, and that woman is very insignificant.
Yeah.
She's a great character, but she's so insignificant. She dies, and he's so like, that's the one thing I had going for, and I'm gonna like, and when he goes and shoots up that army, it's not a thing of like, you killed my wife, now you die.
Yeah.
It's a thing of like, and now I have no purpose because I never valued my own life.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like, at the end, he finally kills that guy at the end. And they all surround him, being like, how did one man kill all of these people? And he just goes, like, bang, and dies on the stairs. And everyone's so like, that's so me, bro. And it's all like, okay, we didn't watch the same show.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't watch the same show.
Faris Balic loves BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Like,
just like,
come on.
It's so like, I don't know. There's such a disconnect with me when people tell me things because there's a.
You have to pass a test.
You have to pass the test.
Answer me these riddles. Yeah. What's your favorite BoJack Horseman episode?
Yeah, what's your favorite episode? Who's your favorite character? And then if you say BoJack, you ask why.
Yeah.
And then when you know why,
it's very that
because if the answer is anywhere similar to he's just like me for real, how about you stay away? How about you? You just
the only way that you can make it sound good if you go he's just like me for real. It's like he makes me want to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
I see the flaws.
Yeah, in him, and I understand.
And I understand, and it makes me want to be the person that I. Yeah. Yeah, but like nobody says that. Because if you feel that way, your favorite character is Princess Carolyn
or Diane. But Diane is for like bad girls. Diane is for like fucked up girls who are like kind of. It's the same lore.
No, because like also Princess Carolyn isn't perfect.
Yeah, but
she is part of the system that.
Yeah.
Remember that episode where she just takes that kid and she was like, "I'm gonna make you strong," and he's like, "You know that this will just suck the life out of his kid," and she's like, "Yeah, that's show business, honey."
No, my thing with
the only good character in that show is like actually Diane. Actually, everyone's like.
Everyone has their issues, is the thing, but BoJack is just a shitty person.
Yeah. The thing with BoJack is like how much he affects everyone.
Yeah, like you create constantly situations in which you hurt the people around you, whilst other people just hurt themselves, and that's the difference. That's another thing that I genuinely am like so baffled by is the idea of like. When we talk about the differences between men and women and like misandry and misogyny and all these things and how it affects us. Like, yes, in a very blanket statement, it all boils down to like, oh, women will laugh at me, men will kill me. Type of situation. Sure. But it's also a thing of like, when we talk about men suffering, it very rarely comes from women. It's a situation of like, what's the worst thing that can happen to a woman? Men. What's the worst thing that can happen to a man? Men. Boils down like to a society that was built by men who keep telling you, little boy, that you shouldn't cry, that you shouldn't have emotions,
that you shouldn't hit women because they're weaker.
Yeah. And then
it's never like don't hit anyone.
It's like you shouldn't hit women. And it's like the only emotion that you genuinely are allowed to express is anger. Societally,
a lot of boys not even anger. Hello. It's you're supposed to. feel happy all the time, and that's it. And
But it's a thing of like if you get into a bar fight, that's like, oh yeah, sure, you're a man. You got into a bar
yeah,
fight, whatever. Like you're
toughen up.
allowed to, yeah,
What do you tell a person when they're crying? Be a man.
be a man. And it's that continuously, and like from whatever point it started, it developed into a cultural thing that was bred by men because men, way back when, created society for what it was.
Yeah, because men were in power as long
Yeah.
as as long as modern day society was formed.
Exactly.
There are things where it's like major, like this all everything
Yeah.
about this does not apply to Nigerian people.
At all.
Because Nigerian people live in a matriarchal society that
And
is so
basically
like,
it. Yeah.
and that there's like,
Ooh, speaking of, I forgot to talk about my Animal Planet story. I got into my TikTok just randomly decided to be like, here's a video of a polar bear, and then I just went down a rabbit hole.
you know what's my favorite like animal documentary? I don't know the name, but I don't know. I know what's it
Yeah, I
about.
know the story.
That wolves and ravens are friends.
And that's wonderful to me.
Yeah,
How the intricacies of well, we'll get into the intricacies between animals and humans and all that in later date.
in just
In
a
just a
second.
few, yeah. But I want to just share the story because I think it's so like whoa to me. Okay. I got into like polar bears, orcas, all this thing. I ended up, obviously, as we all do, on lions and lionesses and tigers. There was a situation. There was a pack of lions, right? The guy dies. It's just lionesses, and then the
Oh, so
people.
Mufasa dies.
Mufasa dies. There's just women left.
Yeah.
One of the women has children,
Mhm.
has little cubs. Now the people who run the show decided to call them sisters, right? The lionesses.
Who's
who were left.
attacking?
Sashtut. So they're
No, like
together.
what did the guy die of?
Old age, a
Oh, okay.
disease, a cripple, whatever.
I thought they were in the middle
No,
of
no,
a
no.
fight.
A guy just died, and it's just they're alone, right? They decide because they have cubs that they're just gonna try to figure it out on their own,
Yeah.
right? So they just kind of, as a pack, all together, just move away. Now there's a lion, a new lion that comes in, and he's like, "It's mating season. He wants to, do his big one, right?"
Yeah.
He comes in.
1-2 pow.
Now, what a lion does is whenever he comes into a new place, it's either a thing of like if there's a lion already there, if he's younger, he's stronger, he's gonna kill him,
Fights
and
it
but in this situation there was no lion there because he had already died. The only thing that was left is the cubs from the other lion, which he needs to kill.
Oh, Jesus.
It's nature, so he needs to kill them in order to like he's gonna impregnate them, and then his DNA is gonna go on. Whatever.
Maybe you should have kept this for Mother of the Week.
Maybe that doesn't matter.
Talk about it now, and then at Mother of the Week, you can be like that lioness.
That thing. Oh, it is my Mother of the Week, but we'll talk about it now because I already started. It's so he comes in and they're like,
Mine's quite funny.
okay.
Mother of the Week.
Comes in and he's like, I know what I gotta do. I gotta kill these lions. Now, what's so fast, like so fun for me, is they had to shoot this in like at night, so it's just like heat vision video. Yeah. So he's coming in.
That's
slave him. He's coming in, and so the lioness's sisters, other ones, are like, we're gonna create a plan here because they know what he's about to do. He needs to kill the cubs. So there's, I don't know, a few of them. Some of them just hide in the bushes. One of the sisters walks up to the lion. The mother of the cubs is there to like, I need to move the cubs away so he doesn't kill them.
So like at this point, having a lion is less important.
Yeah, I need my cubs to live. Yeah. So, but also lionesses, I feel like can survive without a lion. They genuinely only
they can, but it's a thing of like reproduction.
Yeah.
Being a pack.
Yeah, but it's a thing of like if you already raised them, then you go on to find one. But that's not
the Turkish people had it figured out because like they had the same thing.
Yeah. A lioness is being like the sisters. Some of them are in the bushes. The mother of the cubs is her purpose is to like hide the cubs as the best as she can. Now, one of the sisters comes up to the lion very directly.
Yeah,
and she's like, Look at me. Look at my ass.
She pulls her shirt off.
Literally, she's presenting herself.
Unbuttons a few.
Exactly. She's running
She
around.
walks in. The camera and crew plate loosen up my buttons.
Exactly. Exactly. She's just being like, oh, she's like presenting herself. And it's so funny when you see it because it's genuinely like she runs up to where his face is and she just goes like, she just puts her ass up, like, hi. She's doing that to distract him. It works for a while, is like what's great. So she's doing all that, and he's like, whatever. As the mother is taking away, now the problem is she can only take one cup at a time. What pissed me off is she takes a cup and she's just like gracefully walking like she's on a runway. I'm like, bitch, run. What the fuck are you doing? Anyway, she takes one of the cups. As she takes one of the cups,
she can always get another cup. She can never find back her ego.
it goes. Gotta strut that.
She can never get back her diva.
It does. Extravaganza. So she takes.
I have one question though. Did that line clock the gag?
You'll see. She takes one of the cubs away. Now the problem is the other little cubs are like, "Oh no, my mommy's missing." So they start going. The lion then like snaps out of it because he hears the cubs.
Cher walks up.
So
I watched Aladdin recently, and there's a lot of like the genie is Robin Williams, so he does a lot of references. And at one point, he said "snap out of it," and I was like, "Why weren't you Cher?"
Come on. So the lion is like, "Oh, I have a purpose here. I have to kill the cubs. Fuck this trifling hoe. I gotta go."
And imagine that hoe at the time being like, "Oh, I really put my heart into this."
Like, damn, I really liked you. Okay, but
did I get fat?
It's not why. So he's like, "Oh, I gotta kill the cubs." So he runs up and he's doing that. He gets into the nest where the cubs are. But then
how many cubs are there?
5 altogether. So she took one of them away.
One's alive.
No, 6 altogether. She took one of them away.
That's Simba.
He comes in. Yeah, that's Simba. He comes into the nest. Now,
Simba's already singing Hakuna Matata.
Exactly. The lionesses, the sisters that were in the bushes, are now like, okay, fuck. Like this was Plan B. We're in it, right?
Yeah. Plan B is they grab a rock. And
Plan B is like, okay, so we killed the lion.
Yeah.
So they run up into the nest.
Plan B is poison one of the infants. So when he bites them,
the mother runs back, obviously, to save them. He ends up killing one of them in the midst of everything. He ends up killing one of them. They end up chasing him away. Now, next day rolls around. He's gone. He's scared of them. He was chased away. This bitch, the mother of the cubs, walks up to him next day, and she's like, "You know what, King? You come here." She's like, "Hey." She bends over. They
mate.
They make love.
They friend in English.
Can I tell you the reason why? Because the narrator of the show was like, you might think
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, you might think that the couple like making love to someone who had just killed your child is outrageous.
Oh, maybe it's like I need to get back what you took from me.
No. It's a thing of when a lioness is breastfeeding, she's infertile. She can't have babies.
Okay.
So the only reason
she's fucking him for.
She's fucking him for the reason is if the cubs are young enough, she can make the lion believe that it's his. So her understanding that he's gonna come back eventually.
I do the same thing with daddies.
Exactly. Her understanding that he's gonna come back eventually is like, this is the only way that I can make this work. Is if I fuck this man right now,
he will not go to attack.
Yeah, he's gonna think it's his.
Yeah,
because he already had sex with me. He's gonna think it's his. So she just like trapped him.
Yeah,
and he ended up genuinely like for the rest of his life defending these cubs that aren't even his.
And he killed one of them.
He killed one of them, not even understanding that they're not his right now. And like that whole thing just happened because she was like, I need to protect. The motherhood of everything is so fascinating to me.
Which is why we did this podcast.
Exactly. But I'm like, that is such a like smart move. She just manipulated this man into being like, yeah, these are my cubs.
And you see in Mamma Mia, she paints her toenails before her wedding.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Isn't that just such, like, even in animals, it's like there's a I have
My
to
thing with documentaries,
figure it out.
genuinely, there's too much narration.
It's like fun to watch.
Yeah.
See,
We like as a family used to watch this like odder one, but whatever. Um, I showed you Animal Kingdom, Ghibli. Can you guess what it is? Princess Mononoke. Um, how'd you like it?
I loved it.
It's really good.
It's really good.
It's really good.
There's so many different things happening at the same time.
It's good in a way of like I like when we watched Wolf Children, it was like we were both crying and we were like, oh my god, that's so amazing. But this is like, girl, like
And
it's
it's a little
like you just had like really good sex. Like oh my,
yeah.
yeah,
My thing with it, yes, like obviously the very direct message is like man versus nature.
yeah. But it's not so direct.
Yeah.
It's not the man isn't enemy.
Yeah.
I mean they are, but they're not villains.
Yeah.
They're not
You're
like
not just an overall bad thing. You're
you
just
don't feel guilty for thinking that Miss Kobushi was like
kind.
work diva, you know.
It's
Like,
yeah. No, it's a
also,
general
we don't
idea of
remember any of their names. Let's look it up because
I
there's a
just know that the
uh
wolf's child was named Sun.
yeah son.
So
So Mononoke.
yeah. My thing was with it was is like it starts off very like this demon war. It comes into this village and he kind of infects this one guy and the guy is like, I have to go and find out what the fuck is happening, right?
Yeah.
So he comes down and he's like
Okay.
comes
So
out to
the
the
main
village.
guy is Ashitaka.
Ashitaka comes around and he's like, I have
Oh,
to
she is
figure out.
Lady Eboshi. Good. So the main importance are San, Ashitaka, Lady Eboshi.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck was this thing? I have to figure it out. So he runs off and he comes into this village town of coal mine people.
It's Iron
Iron,
Iron
sorry.
City.
Iron City. So he's comes into and
We
it's
made plenty of jokes about it being like iron, like the
yeah. And it's Iron City and it's these people who have like cut down trees and these people who have just like but it's
killed
also like
nature.
a city of outcasts. People who didn't have
That's the
anything
thing.
else
It
going
it
for them.
started off as kind of a thing like they sit a lot of these differences that happen is like since Lady Eboshi came.
Yeah.
Lady Eboshi.
And
It's
she's like
she was like, I'm gonna
the main bitch, the queen bee.
I'm gonna have my women be the gunsmen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have leper people make
Mhm.
the weapons.
Yeah.
And it's a thing of like I said it first, like you would be in a brothel and I would be probably a
Leper.
leper. I can very much so
Yeah.
imagine it. And like this would be
This
our only
person would come in
place.
and save you and
And
create a space for you.
I wouldn't have an opportunity to be like, oh, we're killing a god.
Yeah.
I would be like, this person gave me life,
Mhm.
and this person is my caretaker.
Yeah.
And this
And it's what I need to defend.
it also
Also, the life that you have to maintain the life that you have to cut down this forest. You have to like.
But why do you have to expand? Is the big question.
Yeah.
Why do you have to like set
Human
your
greed.
ground? Yeah, that's
Look at where we are.
the classic.
Like,
yeah.
It's just
There's the thing of like she like also Lady Eboshi is kind.
Yeah.
Towards you.
Mm-hmm.
She is nice towards you. You don't feel like you're turning a
You don't
blind
think, like,
eye.
She doesn't have empathy towards things because
Yeah.
she does have a moment where she's like, "You
Ashi-
shouldn't go through this. This was my bear
Ashitaka
to take." Like,
Ashitaka gets cursed by the demon in the beginning, and she was like, "What a senseless demon! She should have done me."
yeah, she should have cursed me. This is my like bear to take in life because I'm the one who did this. But then it's also a situation of like, what I love about it, it is such a side plot, and you don't think about it, but I do. Of like
The women protecting
the women protecting, sure, like feminism, yay. But it's a thing of like other people, humans, come in to be like, fuck you, like we're gonna go into war with you.
Oh yeah. Because while the whole thing was happening, samurai were trying to get into
Exactly.
the Iron City.
To be like, hey, I like what is happening, whatever. But it's a thing of like there is a war happening between human beings. There's a war happening within the creatures of the forest, the animals, all of this. whilst the human beings are fighting the nature itself, which is such a perfect representation of what the world is today.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yes, animal
And
nature in
nobody's
itself is cruel. It
and
is.
nobody is a straight up villain.
Yeah.
Nobody is a straight up like we are
Except
like
if you're Elon Musk.
no, I mean in
in the
Princess.
show.
Oh, I didn't tell you this thing about that I was gonna say at the beginning of
Hmm.
Princess Mononoke. When Studio Ghibli released their first movie, when Hayao Miyazaki released his first movie, the tale of it was Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. There's a huge bug here. Um, no, I didn't see it, but I heard it.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
it's in
it's
the
up
light.
there.
Okay.
Okay.
It was Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind.
Yeah.
He was not happy how much they cut down of the movie to release it to American audiences.
Hmm.
When you watch it on Netflix now, it's very like
Yeah.
they put it all back together. They voice acted all the parts that were cut out. Harvey Weinstein. It's a shame that we have to mention him. He said that Princess Mononoke should be shortened and made more accessible to American audiences. Um, Miyazaki said no, there's no way. He
Yeah.
stormed out of the room. He was like
Hmm.
an executive of Miyazaki's, like an
Hmm.
executive of Studio Ghibli,
Yeah.
sent Weinstein a katana with in the blade engraved "no cuts."
Oh, that is so cunt. Oh, I love
And they
that.
asked him about it. They were like, "This alleged thing," and Miyazaki just said, "I beat him."
Mm, you did. You sure did,
That
Queen.
is so.
Damn. I,
If I was
I would take the katana, just shove it down my throat.
if I was Harvey Weinstein, first of all, I wouldn't be. I would like display that I was my mantle, and people would go like, "Oh my god, what's that?" And I'm like,
it's like
it's the vision of my
my
best
whole
moment in my
exactly.
whole life."
Uh-huh. No, I would kill myself with it. There's no coming back from it.
They're
No.
like,
Oh, except for one. Me cutting my throat.
um,
Oh, love that.
amazing,
Yeah.
and
No, the movie itself is such a like telling of what the world is and what it genuinely what it's all about. It's like human greed
there's also like
combined with like
there's the circle of life with animals too,
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. Like human greed combined with the cruel nature of animals of animal life itself because it is like
because like Sen is on the Sun, yeah, Sun
yeah,
is on the quote unquote correct side
yeah,
with the animals, but she's very immature, brash,
yeah, because
goes
she's
at it.
at
Also, she's a teenager,
the end of the day she's a teenager. Yeah.
but also like
Mm.
the wolves are very like
Yeah,
the wolves are mature and shit. Like
yeah. The
she
wolves
was
are very like
she was raised by wolves, so she has that maturity, but
yeah,
she
but
has
it's
the
in their nature.
brashness
Yeah,
of humans
yeah,
of being like, oh no
yeah,
no,
yeah, 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 yeah.
I hate all humans, which a lot of animals also have that.
Yeah, but it with wolves too. It's like such a great like description of being like I like my wolf pack. This is my daughter. This
Yeah.
is who I'm. This is what
Our
I'm meant
favorite
to
thing
do
is
is to
we didn't
protect it.
realize that her name was Sun. So we thought the wolf was calling her son, and we were like, very Balkan mother of
Very
her.
like yeah, see it.
Because Balkan moms are just like,
Yeah,
son.
if you're a female
These are
daughter,
my
they will call
15
you son.
daughters. Going to switch, like
No, but it's such a like what?
it's. I think everybody can agree that that is like the best Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Like objectively, that
Uh-huh.
strongest message,
Yeah.
most beautiful, most like just everything about it is so good. But then you have your
And
opinion.
it's a thing of like if it is it. I don't generally speaking, I don't see that there's a grand message to it as much as it's like just like
It's just showing.
it's showing of what the world is today. Like
I
has been
mean, the
always.
grand message of it is take care of nature.
Yeah. Take care of nature, but it's also like there's an understanding of human nature as well, which is bad, but it exists and it's something that can be controlled as
Yeah,
we see today and have been because human beings have always been like, I want more, I need more, I want more, I want more
but
for
there,
whatever reason.
but there are countries that show that it doesn't have to be that way.
Do you know about?
Sweden and Denmark
But
are
like,
very like progressively economic.
Sure, but they've. I feel like Sweden and Denmark and all these countries have come to a point of like above and then beyond to come back to like understanding everything, taking care
Yeah,
of it. Whilst
but
America
and then
just
there's
got to like a point of like, I want to fly my jet whenever and wherever I want.
oh my God, they're making fun of Taylor Swift for doing that. I'm gonna do it more.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very that. But
and then there's also like countries that don't have the resources or time
yeah, but
to be conscientious of that.
yeah,
Because like countries where most of the people are like slaves to,
that's a thing that movie shows too, where it's like these are outcasts of the world who are suffering and were brought into this situation where it's like all of them are happy, men and
no, but
women.
here I was talking about something else. I get what you're saying. I'm
Yeah,
saying like there's a thing of like there's children who work in mines and they don't have like they can't think
yeah.
of like what
What's
is this
happening
doing
to?
to the earth.
Yeah,
It's thinking like I don't want to get
I
beaten
need to
more.
live today.
Yeah,
I need to eat. Sorry,
yeah.
like
But
it's
what we were
genuinely
talking
that.
about at one point, they were like, "We will fight back for Lady Eboshi," and you were like, "Cult," and I'm like, "How dare you?" Because like cults don't come from a place of respect. Lady Eboshi never came
But
from
it
a,
you have to have something to reel you into it, and that
but
is giving you the illusion that you have the respect of the person who's leading you.
then cults go into a territory of control. Well, Lady Eboshi like being like you, like controlling how you live and how you. Well, Lady Eboshi, she did give them strong like working hours, which like
No, no, that's not even what I'm talking about. It's like she has an idea of what the world should be like, and she's running with it. Even if it is like positive and like, yeah, women rule the world, but it's still like I want to take the men with me to fight because they could just be collateral damage. I need you women to live because I need you. But
yeah.
it's still a situation of
But it's the
like,
thing of like you can leave. You absolutely can. You want to
but
go,
you don't want to because of the way that she's been treating you.
but in a cult,
But you
you
don't
don't have the
in
opportunity to
any
leave.
cult ever. Nobody wants to leave. If you wanted to
In
leave,
most
you would
cults,
fight.
I mean, in a lot of the like big name cults, it was a thing of like they got shot as they were going up. You know?
No,
Did you see that one?
Kool Aid, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh,
Oh, they all drank it.
that's the cool one. I like that one.
That one too. But I'm saying, like,
Heaven's Gate.
yeah, these people just drank it
Yeah, all
because they
drank.
were like,
But
yeah, I'm with you.
but see, that's the one cult that we all kind of respect, because he did it too.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, because he followed through with it, and it's the thing of
Yeah,
like,
but the reason why all of the people did too is because he showed them something that they have never seen before, just the way she did.
and they were also believing it, like what he said. And my
Yeah,
thing is like that's one of the cults where it's like the only difference between a cult and a religion is the number of followers.
yeah,
But here it's a thing of like she. It's not a cult if it's a city that's being ruled. She's just being a good ruler there.
yeah. But it's a thing of like I will set the rules for everything no matter what you say because there have been like scenes where they were like, "Oh no, you shouldn't do this." And she was like, "No, no, no, I'm going to do this because," and then she gave them a story as to why she
Yeah,
should do it. And they were all like, "Okay, whatever you say, Miss Lady, like we love you and we respect you and all these," which again, my thing with it is like, Slay Queen. Love you to them.
yeah.
But
You shouldn't kill these things, but like
like other than that, you're great. You're a
yeah,
great person, you're funny, you're caring, you're kind. You do show a lot of like like love and care for people in general, and that's great. But it's a thing of like again, the one kind will take care of its kind.
yeah.
Same with wolves, same with apes, same with humans.
Same with the woman leader.
Yeah. It was like
She took the
yeah.
girls out of the brothels. She took the
So
and
she'll take care of like humans will take care of humans, animals will take care of animals. Now what comes to a point of where it becomes a
but then
war.
Son's mom took care of her.
But it was because it was like she thought of her as her child.
Yeah,
That's what wolf packs do. That's what dogs do. That's
but
like
the
this is
only
my
reason she did
person.
is because her parents just dropped her.
Yeah, which
They
is just
ran
so
away from
sad to
her,
me. Like,
just dropped her there, and just ran away. But there's also it's also not the movie isn't a slog to watch through.
yeah, I know.
There's a lot of movies where they have like important messages and they're the greatest movies of all
Uh
time.
huh.
And then there's slogs. They're like there's no like and my thing is like there's no need for comic relief,
Yeah,
but we do love
we do love to poke fun.
we do love Kuroku.
Yeah,
who almost lost his hand and was just running home, and then his wife almost beat him up.
It's hilarious.
And then the whole movie, he's like, "Yeah, I saved your sword. Here you go." Like,
Uh,
but it's the thing of like, there was also a way of letting Ashitaka do what he wants.
yeah,
There was a thing of like, let him go, let
yeah.
him leave, let him
But I guess,
help the animals, let him, you know.
but to me, that always comes back to the thing of like she knew she could never, because he is a very like we should all just talk to each other and like piece it all out. Like he
He's
is
just
that.
like me for real.
He's really that for like he would come in between Palestine and Gaza and be like,
We should just
y'all should just like love each other.
give Palestine Greenland.
Yeah, like
In
genuinely
case
that
somebody,
type of a
in
character.
case anybody ever listens to this ever, it's a joke from Golden Girl.
Yeah. But it's a thing for me of like he was always that type, and I don't think she ever thought of him as a threat of any kind.
But that I think
So
Ashitaka is the way Miyazaki thinks, and
yeah,
Ashitaka is also, I think, a lot of the way we think. Where
yeah,
it's like there should be a way that we both exist in harmony,
mm-hmm.
and I think the way we do now
We don't,
is not. We don't.
and it's a
We do it
wonderful
all of us.
idea in theory,
Yeah,
like communism. It's a great idea in theory. It does not work in practice.
yeah.
But it's a thing of like he is that like perfect character, right? He is the like we should all talk to each other. Then you have her who's like I just want my people to live because I am here to protect the people, which is fair because again,
Without being like I hate these woodland
yeah,
creatures, without being like I hate nature, without being
yeah,
like it's just like
she's
I
just like
need
I need
a better life for me
and my girls
and
and
my
my
leper
people
colony.
exactly, and
The
I
men,
need that.
sure, like they're here.
Yeah, sure, like
Might,
you're
might
whatever.
as well.
But it's a thing of like understanding that tribe will always take care of its tribe. Now the problem is human beings have become so developed as we do. Look at us. We have a podcast. What the fuck is a podcast? Compared to a lion, what the fuck is like a podcast? But it's a thing of
Me going. We're going to sound like so. What do you think about Chapel Roan talking about mothers like that, son? And
yeah.
she's like, "What the fuck
What
is
are
a
you
Chapel
talking about?
Roan? What are you holding in front of me? What is this contraption?
So
What are
we've
you doing?
developed
A podcast? Yeah, it's like a radio. What's a radio?
uh, but it's a thing of we've become so much more powerful than any animal on earth because genuinely we can kill
Because
anything.
intelligence.
Yeah. But we've developed it and then we're just evil with it. We're evil with it and that's sad. And it's a thing of like the common man can't do anything with it and all the people who are in power are evil people.
But then also it's a thing of they just go like survival of the fittest, and it's like no, survival of the richest daddy.
Yeah. And it's another thing of like why do we survival of the fittest? Sure. Technically speaking, we're not the fittest. Put me in a cage with a lion. I'm
Yeah.
dead. It's a thing of like
But
understanding.
if you were a smart enough person,
Yeah,
not
then you develop a gun and then you can shoot the lion and then like yeah, sure, but it's one-on-one force nature-wise, we're not the fittest. We're not in any way, shape, or form like this great entity, but
yeah.
we are in intelligence-wise. But then it brings up the question of like,
And
yes, we
also
want to protect or we want to build a world that's good for us as human beings and that's comfortable and that's all these things, but at a cost of these other beings who can do these things. But then, even if we let it just happen, be nature, it's still cruel.
yeah.
Animals are cruel to each other.
Are cruel, and it's a thing of also what you mentioned before. It was a small, quote unquote, part of the movie. Also, the samurai attacking the Iron City. It's also like the Americans. The second they saw Native Americans,
Yeah,
I mean, the American settlers. The
yeah.
second they saw Native Americans,
aka British people, the second they saw Native American,
it was
and
instantly a thing of like, oh,
boom, and that's it. So how do you fight that? You can't,
yeah,
because these people have developed a thing, and it's so human beings will fight each other for the sake of their own, and the war has always been a thing, will always be a thing, as sad as it is. But again, it's also animal nature to do that. But animals will never hurt without a cause, and humans will. So there's something intrinsically evil within us that will
Yeah.
just do it
You know
because whatever.
what's you know what I consider about about myself right now? I always love the character with the biggest lack of backbone. Like Jacobo is the funny he's the like whose side are you on? Whose
Yeah.
side I'm always
Hold
on
on.
Batman. I just and they're probably the funniest character even if they're not because Jacobo is not really like a big funny character
Yeah.
but I just think it's so funny that in this like big war you're just there like I can get you his head if you can get me the gold.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just trying to look out for me. Like,
If the animals could speak and they'd be like, "We will give you rich in gold," he'd be like, "Yes,
sure, Slay. You know what? I'm with you guys. You get it.
yeah."
But
So
it's such a like,
I just spineless. Um, but yeah, it's like I said, it's not a slog to get through. All of the characters are enjoyable.
mhm.
Nobody is like just being like, and this is
Yeah,
my
nobody's a clear villain.
yeah, and nobody is like, this is my ideology.
Hmm.
This is my fight song. Bring back my
Life
life.
song. Yeah. No, it's like and also you grow like a love towards the quote unquote villain of the story. You grow love towards the people
No,
towards the people.
we instantly said in the situations of the women in the brothels
Yeah,
and we would instantly be with
yeah,
Lady Eboshi, I almost said Kuboshi. Instantly be like, there is a respect towards
yeah,
her that
and for a reason.
she is our mother.
Yeah,
It's the same way
yeah,
son towards her wolf
yeah,
mother. We would have the same respect towards Lady
exactly.
Kuboshi. It's Eboshi.
It's just a thing of like human being. The only difference between like animals and human beings is that human beings are greedy and animals are not. And like you will like that's the whole thing of like animals are trying to plant more trees so that they can regrow the forest.
Animals are not trying to plant more trees. Trees are trying to plant more trees.
But it's a thing of like we're
Yeah,
trying to plant more. Yeah,
the
the
apes
apes
in
are
the
trying to
movie.
plant more trees so
I
that
love the apes so much.
yeah.
I want to talk like the ape. I would no opening month
And
would being
then
like give boy to us. We are very angry.
uh,
So like there's no like it's a flat line.
just give boy to us. We deserve the boy because we. And then it's a thing of
We would
like
eat
we
boy.
plant the trees so they will grow and then we can make a forest. They cut down tree, they are the enemy. Like it's very Russian. Can I just say it's very like this is the way Russian people speak.
And then she's like, ah, it's it's. What did you think of the soundtrack?
Oh, I loved it. For me it was a I mean, generally I'm a very influenced
Yeah,
type of
he's
person.
very
Easily
easily
influenced type of
influenced.
person. There was a shot of the Iron City, like the first shot of the Iron City, and the music in like went like, dude. It didn't, but like in my
It was
head, it
like,
went
but
do do do
it was like,
do,
um,
like it was scary, and I was like, oh, that's bad. If the music was, I would have been like, oh, how pretty,
imagine if
like
it cut to the Iron City and was like manic,
my
manic.
back, and be like, oh, house, sure,
And
love
it
this,
just turns into like they're all of a sudden in cars being like, and this is Gretchen Wiener.
yeah,
Um, no, the music's beautiful. The
yeah,
animation, like, it's good.
yeah,
It's
it's great.
beautiful. It's my favorite scene is when they kill the like god of the forest because it's Lady Eboshi about to. Also, just Lady Eboshi just being a woman with gold
Mhm.
who just goes for it.
Yeah.
Also, I love it when they make like it's kind of like the main character is a man, but like the main actor of the story is Sen, aka
Mhm.
Princess Mononoke, and then the main villain is Lady Eboshi. So it's not like it's if he made Lady Eboshi a man, he'd just be thinking as a man. He'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, I need to expand.
Yeah.
No, Lady Eboshi still because she's a woman
Yeah.
can be an equal
Yeah.
towards Sun. I mean, of course, man and women can be equal, don't think that. But it's a thing of like narratively there's no like because there's also a thing of like now if you make a woman's story like actually at some point in like the late 2000s it was like if you're making a girl story, there's got to be a girl villain because it's girl on girl,
Girl, yeah.
shit like that. But Lady Aposhi shot the god once.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, not dead, and she was like, "It's a god. It won't just take one bullet."
Uh-huh.
All the time, she's just like, "I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
on
got
it."
it. I
What
know what
about
I'm
the men
up
that
against.
fell? They're dead. Let's go.
Yeah, she's with it. She knows what she's doing. Slay. But it's another thing for to understand that, like,
We're like intellectuality over humanity,
yeah,
but
but
still had humanity
yeah,
towards her people.
that's what I'm saying. It's a thing of we genuinely, you and I, do enjoy or like appreciate the comfort that comes with cruelty.
Yeah,
Like
or creature comforts.
like it genuinely does. Like every single part of our lives have come from something suffering
Yeah,
in one way or another.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, our hedonistic indulgences.
yeah,
Like you support an industry that kills people,
yeah.
tobacco. I support an industry that abuses people for their bodies, the porn industry. It's a thing of like that. They're big vices.
It's not
of
even just
ours.
that we both eat pork. No, not pork. I don't eat pork because it makes my tummy feel weird. We both eat chicken.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm
it's
saying like also like beyond that,
Mhm.
beyond like because I feel like us eating meat is this very chain.
fair, but it's also like how far does a chain go? Because it's like, yeah, lion will kill when it's hungry. Humans will like
Just to eat.
destroy the world
Yeah.
to like just do
But
barbecue.
then it's also we keep watching Stevie Nicks just kill Lindsay out. No, Lindsay Buckingham. Sorry, Lindsay. I was YouTuber.
Just kill her.
We just keep watching that and we support that.
Oh, evil. He deserves it. I don't care. But it's like you do enjoy it in everyday life, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
It is just the way the society is built. Like you're still you have to at some point. It's even like vegan food.
enjoying-
Somebody made a point to be like, do you know how many bugs, how many insects, how many like vermin had to be killed for you to enjoy a salad?
Also, like how much for like avocados, like
Yeah.
how much manpower it takes
Yeah.
to come here. And I'm not saying like I am better than you. I'm saying like
We're
there
like
is no
there's no
point of
ethical
you-
way for you to live. Period.
And then everyone will go like, "There's no ethical consumption under capitalism." Well, there isn't this thing of
There's no ethical consumption. Period.
well, there's no consumption without capitalism. But then there's no ethical way of living because living will always have cruelty.
Yeah, even with animals, but with animals it makes sense. With
Yeah.
us, it doesn't. That's
With us,
that's
it
my
doesn't 'cause
thing
we
with it.
don't support our fellow man.
Yeah,
Because I know people who hurt me, and I've hurt people.
yeah. But it's not just
the
that.
thing
It's
happened in my life.
it's a thing of a direct attack on something. With animals, always comes with the purpose. With humans, it doesn't. It comes from pure hatred. It comes from like want of power or trauma or whatever. With animals, it comes from like, hey, I hungry. I need to eat. I kill to eat.
Or
Period.
Or this my house. Get the fuck away.
Yeah, that's my house. Move away. Sure. Like it comes with a purpose. With
Which
human
animal would you
beings, oh, I would be. Weirdly, I've found a lot about orcas, and I feel like I would be an orca.
I feel like I would be. I don't feel like an owl fits me per se, but I feel like I would like to be an owl because top of the food chain, just cool and can turn my neck.
Just want to bop my head around.
Yeah, and like I definitely would want to be a bird.
Yeah.
If we're actually going like, which bird am I? I'm probably like some kind of parakeet. Like I'm.
Yeah, it's just want to yap.
Yeah, yeah, just that.
No, I would want to be an orca. I've always said a duck. Actually, I feel like I'm still on the duck train. But the reason I say orca
What?
now,
One keeps splashing in all this sweat, and one is wet.
Exactly.
One keeps one feels like a duck splashing in all this. And when one is wet, one feels happy.
ducklings.
No, too old to be a duckling. I am a duck. Quack quack.
Quack, quack. I would love to be like a duck is perfect because it can swim, it can fly, it's not anybody's prey per se. It just lives life and it's great.
You would not like to live in Asia as a duck, though.
Fair.
They eat a lot of.
It's just like no, when you
Have you ever tried duck. It's
Yeah,
really good.
in Germany.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But it
Oh,
was
but
like
you tried it in
whatever.
like a weird sauce. Like
Yeah,
usually
I
there's a
didn't like
thing
the
that you
sauce.
can buy like it literally like a medallion of like a duck thing,
Yeah.
and when you eat it, it's so good.
So I didn't. I would like to be a duck, but the reason I said orca now is because I've learned a lot about orcas lately, and I think it's so beautiful to me that they will eat sharks. Sharks are terrified of orcas, which I think is so funny. And then they will like see a human and be like, "Oh, how cute!" Like they will not attack a
Mm.
human ever. They'll just like let it live, and I think that's just sweet. And you are like as an orca, like ruler of the sea and 70% of the earth is water. So,
Yeah,
hey,
I'd love to be a sea animal too, but it's either bird or like a
yeah.
sea animal. And I feel like if I were a sea animal, I'd be like I'd be a
Seal.
seal. I wouldn't go
Mm,
down deep and be like,
mm-mm. It's another thing I saw. I felt so bad, but it's weird that I felt bad for the both of the people,
I'd
both of
love
the
to be
things
a
involved.
whale because it's like huge, but like it just eats the like little
Uh
guys.
huh.
I don't have to like involve myself in murder.
It's so weird for me with whales too. It's like, where do you think whales sleep? Because they need air.
Oh yeah, probably on like the top.
Yeah, so literally there's like videos of them sleeping of like so they just slide to the top so their blowholes are on top and they're just sleeping. Or some of them like will go up
Fish
to the
sleeping in
flop.
general is weird
Yeah.
because it's just like okay,
Mm, they just float now. Like that's literally
okay, it worked.
it. I saw a thing of polar bears and sea
God, I
lions.
love them. They're such blissful
They
animals.
are wonderful. And
They
my
are
thing
they are
is
they are so perfect,
if
and
I
they
were to
don't
ever
do anything wrong. They just drink
they just
Coca-Cola all
yeah.
day
If
and
I were
and
to
are
ever
in Christmas
yeah,
commercials.
if I were to ever interact with a polar bear, I'd be like, you will eat me and that is fair. I will never be like the bad bear. I'm like, you know what? Slay. What I felt so bad about so because
I would
of
be a
the
panda.
yeah.
I don't think I should exist as an animal.
I just do for
What?
whatever the fuck reason.
Why are pandas
How
still
am
alive?
I?
They are so not like
Like zero survival skills.
absolutely. How are they not
Nothing.
constant? How are they not prey?
I know.
Is my question.
They're just fucking cute.
Did you see that thing about pandas? Is that they mimic human behavior?
Uh-huh.
So
Cutest
so
thing.
there's a panda that like humans break bamboo sticks by like bending their hand, and they like have
They like grin because it's
they
hard, so
grin
they're like,
because of
"Ugh."
pressure. Pandas, when they're raised and wild, they break bamboo on the top of their heads. Like they hold it with their hand and
Yeah,
just press it on their heads because they're
it
smart, because
breaks.
they're
Yeah,
genius. They see these humans, so they do the same, and then because they're very powerful, they do it very easily. But then they go, then
they grin,
yeah.
like
And then
just to
there's
mimic a human.
there's a
It's so
video of
cute.
panda panda doing that and forgetting to do the grin, and then it goes like it's broken already. It goes
Uh,
eh.
the world. I love pandas so much. Uh, thing is, if I were to come by a panda in the wild, do you think it would hurt me? I really doubt it.
I would sit with it.
I don't
I would
care.
sit so bad. I would.
I I don't think there's a single evil bone in their body, and that's why
I
they're
feel
like
like it
at the
could.
down of the food chain, and I
I
love it.
feel like what could happen is that it would hug me too hard,
Yeah, it would
and
like
that I would.
scratch me, maybe.
No, I would suffocate from like
Yeah.
too hard of a hug.
I don't care. I like. There's no way a panda could ever hurt me.
Anyways, my favorite scene in Princess Mononoke, when she's about to kill the demon, kill the angel,
Uh-huh.
like the god, and then he throws the knife. So she already has a gun that a knife is thrown in, and then because there's still wood on the gun,
Yeah.
it start flowers start growing
Yeah.
from it, and she goes like, "What the fuck?" and still shoots. But that just like the flowers growing from it is so like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's good. What's your favorite like
My favorite scene,
visual?
visual. Okay. Um.
And you can't say the butts of those guys.
Oh,
I'm saying like something that made you feel like, ooh. Like that.
Made me feel ooh genuinely is the
No, a punch, like a
yeah.
emotion, like not just being scared of how a guy looks.
It's a thing of like I just want to say it because okay, there's this god of the forest, like a genuine like this is the god, and when he
Yeah,
has
this is nature incarnate.
yeah, and when he's there are two forms that he takes in, which are like when it's night, it's a beautiful. It's I've seen and I've seen it, and I'm like this is so great and it's beautiful. It looks beautiful.
I'm gonna go piss when you finish your speech. Just pause.
Okay, it's beautiful. It's great. As soon as it comes down to a point of like it's a difference between the day and the night. As soon as the night comes in, it turns into this thing that's beautiful. As soon as the day comes in, it turns into this thing of genuine fear. Like it looks like a deer, but it's huge. But then it has a human face, and then that human face is staring at me, and that just made me feel so highly like uncomfortable. It's insanity. I hated it. I hated every second of it. Uh, what made me feel like gut punchy beautiful? Hi, Tina. Oh, you're so pretty. Such a pretty cat. Um, I don't know. I really don't know because I'm thinking if it's like a thing of. I'm thinking if it's a thing of I genuinely just cared mostly about the story that I didn't even like pay attention to the. Such a much. That I thought of like that I just like mainly paid attention to the storyline that I didn't even like pay attention much to the scenery of it. I do
I mean, the lush forestry of it is just
yeah,
everything. Is
it's
every time he turned into like a night being, you were like, "That's beautiful."
yeah.
Like that looks, which is weird because it's just like a mush of things. But you're like,
Yeah,
oh
but it
my,
was such a like whoa, like because it's Chloe and it's a thing of like this grand being that I have a thing with things that are bigger than they should be, kind of. Like I'm definitely like terrified of that scene in Little Mermaid when Ursula is like, "I am the king of everything," and then she goes like, "Oh, oh, 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 oh," and then she like is rises above the sea. I was terrified of that. To this day, I am. But with him, I was just like, "Oh wow, that's
yeah,
like."
I feel comforted by that.
Yeah, I was like, "That's
Because he's
genuinely
a
nice."
very like as a god, he's just indifferent.
Yeah,
And there was a point where he said like, "We're giving you back your head," and you feel like you said like that feels kind of simple, and I'm like,
that sometimes it just is just simple.
yeah, like I feel like a god being like a human shot my head off, and then another human's giving it back to me. I'm like, oh, thank you, human.
Yeah. No, for another thing that I said was like a thing of, is this just what disaster, like nature disasters are, where it's like the god of every, like
But there's
the
sometimes like
nature god didn't care
there's,
about hurting the animals either. He was just like it
but
I
it's more
guess.
like global warming because like she caused it.
Yeah.
Lady Eboshi caused it.
Yeah, so it's human beings caused this thing to happen, definitely. So it's like
But there's also like even if there wasn't us, there'd still be like nature disasters. They just wouldn't be
yeah,
disasters because like
but it wouldn't be as much of it, and it wouldn't
there
be as intense with it. And I don't know.
it wouldn't be called a
I am,
disaster because like there's nothing to destroy.
yeah.
If a tree falls in the forest,
So nobody hears it. I'm weirdly comforted by the fact that so like Mesopotamia or whatever the fuck. Someone made a video and was like, if you were to, I don't know, walk into a time traveling thing and you
yeah,
were to
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia and you were like, this is where I'm gonna go. First of all, the air wouldn't be even, it wouldn't be even plausible for you to breathe.
Really?
Like it was that like tense
Unfiltered?
gusto. Like
Yeah,
it was
okay.
gusto. You would like be able to breathe for like 3 minutes and that would be it. Like you would die from whatever. There would
Because you
be
have like little pussy boy lungs now.
yes. There would be no like the oxygen percentage of it was at 2% and now it's at 21%. So that's the like intensity of it. You wouldn't. There would be no live like aside from algae, you wouldn't have anything else around you. So it must some like algae to like live off of, I guess.
Oh, then it's not Mesopotamia. That was like a kingdom where people lived, I think.
No, like like no humans had ever like created
Oh,
no
okay, okay.
animals.
Okay,
Nothing.
okay,
It
yeah.
was just desert. That was it.
Oh yeah, before God created lights.
Yeah,
This is the story.
exactly. It was desert and water and like algae wood. That was it. So it was a thing. It was such a like whoa thing because like you think about it and think about history of everything, and it's like, ooh, what are we? And then that's what I said. That the most
My
comforting thing
bigger
for me
question
was like,
is like, what is love, baby?
don't
Don't
hurt
hurt
me.
me.
But the comforting thing for me is like, yes, eventually something will happen that will wipe us out as human beings, and then the earth will go on. Something, even if it like kills all live things, eventually it will develop into something
Yeah.
new, or it will develop back to like, okay, Mesopotamia times, fucking water is a thing, so algae will become a
Yeah.
thing, and then fish will come. It will rebirth
And
itself.
also like like a lot of the earth is what I'm just saying like 70% because I feel like 70% is like covered in water, but then like
Mhm.
the depth of the water and like
Yeah,
the living of the living space of the
yeah.
water is like much more than the living space of just the
Another thing that I had a horrible debate with Donald with was like, I was like, there's only like 3% of like there's only 3% that was discovered by human beings,
Mm,
but like when it goes on in water, it goes right. Well, actually, we as human beings managed to come to the deepest end of the water. I'm like,
yeah.
sure, you managed to go to one spot and go as
Yeah.
deep as you can find. It's a thing
And
of
you
like,
drew a circle around your legs.
yeah, that's literally as far as you can go. You don't know what every corner of that entails.
Yeah.
Is my thing. It's like, and
There
that's
could be a
something.
mermaid like thing down there.
Yeah.
You know?
You
But
know about the like blowfish that the service stuff? Did you see that?
yeah, I saw something about that, but I'm more interested in Pablo.
Pablo the blowfish.
Yeah. Anywho,
Okay, go.
um, what I was gonna say, my thing is, I am so like I am not impacted by the grandness of a thing. I
Mm.
am not impacted about how the space is infinite or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how we didn't discover the world. I'm like, let and let live.
Mm-hmm.
Darkness there.
Darkness there.
You know,
I'm
like,
just like, I want to believe that mermaids exist.
and you can,
And
bro.
I can.
Yeah, like,
Because who's gonna tell me they don't?
yeah,
Fuck you. You don't know.
yeah. I believe in reincarnation just because I can.
Yeah.
Or I think it's the best way.
Prove me wrong.
My thing is how I believe in reincarnation, and it is in fact impacted by a story that I've heard as a teenager of like
In a literal sense, you do get
you do get yeah,
reborn in a way.
and the story
You're
is told
part of the
yeah,
cycle. Yeah.
and the story is told very beautifully. Like the kid wanted to know everything,
Yeah.
and I mean it's a very edgy like podcast show, so there's a lot of twists and turns, but it was like the kid as a kid wanted to know everything, and that was its one goal in life to
Yeah.
know everything. And then he would eventually say, "I want to be a scientist. I want to be a musician. I want to be whatever." Just
Yeah.
an angel one day, and all angels are named Erica, and they shouldn't be talked about. They're a metaphor for immigrants. Told him like spit, and he started spitting, spitting. The soil around him turned soft. Everything around him turned soft. He turned into like a tree.
Uh-huh.
And then as he turned into a tree, it's like the family gathered there. So it's like he died. Like the family gathered there every day when that, but it didn't matter to the kid because he at that point couldn't read the human language. He couldn't understand what they were saying
Yeah.
because he was now a tree.
Yeah.
Because he learned that tree language, and then the angel came down, chopped him down,
Mm.
and then it hurt the tree. It hurt the tree so intensely, and it was such an intense pain.
Yeah.
You used the tree as firewood. That fire went to the air. Was that air was breathed in by people,
Hmm.
and now he knows the human language.
Yeah.
Now he knows that human's life, and it's such a thing of like, yeah,
You're
because when
part
you
of
die,
everything.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
That you connect with this
Yeah.
part of nature, and you just become a part of the. And I'm like, yeah, and that's
That's what reincarnation essentially is.
yeah.
My only quarrel
I
with
mean,
it.
there's that like kudu voodoo reincarnation where it's like, if you become the best, you'll be a person, and it's like, is being a person really a prize to be
Yeah,
won?
like let me be a duck. Let me swim around. My thing is,
When
Sure,
Trixie Mattel said
reincarnation.
like I want to be reborn as a cat, so like I'm gonna rob a Kmart and then look at the camera and go,
Uh, um, reincarnation in its like essence makes sense because it's like, yes, you will die, you will rot, and as you rot, you will breathe new life.
yeah,
Sure. My thing is genuinely just consciousness. Your consciousness will be gone. You as you will not exist anymore. So you as what life is, you will not be aware of it anymore, and that's scary to be not. And the most like basic way to explain it is like, well, what were you before you were born? That's exactly what it is like to die.
yeah.
But that in itself is because like
Like you don't
I
even
can
remember. You don't even.
feel this thing, and then I won't be able to. Like it's a
Yeah.
weird like,
Try and look through your elbow.
huh?
Try and look through your elbow.
Yeah, it's a very like I can't. I will not be able. I won't exist anymore, and that's scary. Like that's the only thing that's
For
scary to
me,
me.
it will. I think it will be scary when I'm
But like about
close.
to,
Yeah.
yeah. That's why I'm like, I hope it happens in like a bus crash. I
Yeah.
hope it's like I don't want to think about it. Okay, question. Would you rather know exactly when you're gonna die or exactly how you're gonna die?
When?
Same. If you tell me exactly how I'm gonna die and it's a car crash, and every time I'm crossing a road, I'm gonna be like, this is it.
Oh, do you know the story? A king um asked a witch, "How am I gonna die?"
Uh-huh,
She said, "You'll drown."
uh-huh,
Got sent off to some palace
uh-huh,
that is far away from any form of river.
uh-huh.
People would have to like they carried water was as far away from him, and whenever he was thirsty, they would just give him the right amount, and
Like
somebody
to
was
live.
there to
Uh-huh,
like if
uh-huh.
he were to choke on it, something were to happen. People grow tired of his bullshit.
Yeah,
They leave him.
probably.
One day he's walking, trips, falls,
Mm-hmm.
breaks something, can't get up. He's face down. Yeah. It starts raining. A puddle forms. Chokes
There
on the
you go.
puddle.
Yeah,
Fate
can't
will come
avoid
to
it.
you.
Yeah, can't
Um,
find a way.
before we move on to some other thing, we said what we wanted to say about the movie.
Yeah.
The little forest people.
Forest people.
There's like forest spirits that appear when the forest is healthy.
Yeah.
And there was a sad part where they all kind of died because that god died. But then the movie ends with just one forest person being like, "Hello," like being like, "This forest is healthy."
It's this like weird
There is
white
no like, it's not
shape.
comedic relief.
Not
It's
at
not
all.
anything. There are just, and they add so much to
I
the
loved
movie.
it every second of it. It is like this weird little white form, and it
But
has a
like,
head, but
it
it
has
has
a
like three
head.
eyes, whatever.
Yeah, three black dots and like a different shape of the dots and a different shape of the head.
So it looks kind of like eyes and a
There
smile.
is a body and there is a
Yeah,
like
and
a
there's a body. Then they have like the fact of the matter that I love the most is the fact that it's none of it is directly human connected as
and then
much
they
as their
have
asses are.
and then they have the cutest
The
little
cutest little butts, and I was like, "This is the best." I love them so much. It's just this round little butt as they walk, and they walk
and
very like, "I'm having fun. I'm
not
frolicking."
walking, they're constantly sprinting,
Yeah,
but they're such pure creatures that sprinting does nothing to them.
yeah. It's
It's just
just
like
tick tick tick, and it's just their butts going like back and forth. It was my
and
favorite part
it's
of the
such a
movie.
because like there's that guy who was comedic relief, but he was there for like all of three scenes.
Yeah,
But there's such a thing that makes the movie easier to enjoy, and it's like yeah, because this healthy
yeah,
forest is giving you this
yeah,
much joy.
yeah.
They didn't say anything, but there was
Never.
one point where fucking I forgot his name. Like, I'll just call him Akeshi.
Mhm.
He was carrying a guy, and then, like they
He's just
were running
mimicking him.
around him, and there were like two of them that were just carrying somebody else on their
Just to
shoulder, being
mimic
like,
him,
ah,
just for
ah, being
like
like, fuck you, like,
shits and
this
giggles.
is
Like
you.
it's
And they can't talk, but there's so much personality in
yeah.
them. Just being, and then when they have to square up, they do, and they do that little thing with their head, like,
Uh-huh.
and that's being them being like,
Uh-huh.
this is a healthy forest.
Yeah.
And the fact that a sign of a healthy forest brought us the most joy
Yeah.
in the movie, like, speaks a lot
Yeah.
for itself. No, because they're Ghibli does that a lot. And two movies, they have these like little black hairy balls,
Uh-huh.
and they just go like, and they're constantly just happy. In Spirited Away, she comes to some place where I think it's they're not like spirits, to a spell cast on a
Yeah.
guy or like workers for the guy, and they're all carrying rocks. And one walks out, drops a stone, like the stone falls on him and
Yeah.
kills him. And she picks it up and like it goes back, like it's still alive. But then she's like, "What do I do with this?" And she just finishes its job, like throws the rock where it's supposed to be. All of them just like drop it on themselves. And he was like, "Look what you did now. Now they all want you to do it." And then he was like, "Okay, well, whatever. Break time anyway." I just takes candy and throws it at them, and they're all just like, so cute. God, what great movies. So, Mother of the Week for you, or is that tiger that fucks that tiger?
The lion that lioness that fucks that lion. Let's not lie to each other. I'm just like I'm fascinated by motherhood, and I'm fascinated how far a mother is willing to go to protect her youngling.
Yeah.
Always. And that happens mostly in nature to be like, this is the greatest sacrifice I can make. Right?
My Mother of the Week
That
is Rachel Seno.
slay.
Because I dreamt, and it stuck with me so much.
Mhm.
I dreamt that she and I got high together.
Yep.
I have never like smoked weed in my life, not because I'm a prude, but because I like, smoking just I don't know how to do it. Remember when we did helium and I just didn't know how to inhale
Inhale. Yeah.
that isn't air? It's so
Mhm.
weird for me. And it's like I just don't want to do smoking. I could do an edible any day of the week. Like
Yeah.
if I am able to try that, work diva. In that dream, first of all, like I've been having a bad time with sleep because a lot of the time I just need to go shit.
Yeah.
Like it happened twice this week, but it's my clock's been set off. Like I don't breakfast when I usually breakfast, so it's a thing of like then I eat very late,
Yeah.
and then I like as I eat very late, I have to shit like at 3 a.m. It is an instinct stronger than a god's calling. It is the first I'm sleeping on my bed and the first thing that goes up is my ass. So strong. It's so powerful. It's so like there's no chance for me to be like, oh, I'm peeing. Oh wait, I'm peeing in real life.
Uh-huh.
It's so like no,
No,
I'm
uh-uh.
not
You're
sleeping.
up.
I'm
Girl, get the
instantly
fuck up.
and my I sleep on a bunk bed that has a like a that has closets under it,
Yeah.
and I climb it on a chair. And the fact that I don't open my eyes and I'm on the floor
Yeah.
running and I'm on the toilet, I'm still thinking of what I dreamt.
Yeah.
I'm still dreaming. I'm just like, okay, and now I'm like waking up a little bit and so. And then one day I slept fully, and Rachel Seno came, and I didn't remember her name, and I was like, Fatima. And she was like that. She thought it was so funny, and she never told me her name. I was like, "What's your actual name?" And she was like, "I'm not telling you. Want
It's
to get high?"
Fatima.
And I'm like, "What about your baby?" And she was like, "I'm just gonna put it next to me." And we kept like we smoked weed and we were having such a great time. And a kid approached and looked at her baby, and I was like, "Excuse me, how old are you? You should have better manners." And the kid like this size was like, "I'm 20," and I was like, "Diva."
Work.
We were laughing so hard
That's
about
fine.
a kid saying 20 and I just went like diva. And she was like, you're such a grandpa. And in the dream, I turned into a grandpa. And I just kept laughing and I laughed until I woke up.
There you go.
And I was so like, I don't know much about Rachel Seno except that she was great in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
But
But
there you go.
but I will, if I ever meet that woman, I'll be like, listen, I'm not like a crazed fan about you, but this happened to me,
You need to know.
and you need to know. And my life was good for four weeks.
Yeah. Because this I had this dream. You fixed it for me.
She's like Fatima, but in a white girl way. No, I don't like it when I think it was her boyfriend. He's like, "Oh, Fatima's a working girl," and like,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, "No, no, no! Don't put anything more in that.
Yeah.
Fatima is
That's a
Fatima."
There you go. It's a state of mind, really.
Oh,
How much
like
did we
probably
yap? Like 4 hours.
there's like more. Okay,
Okay, we did.
2:40. It's
Fair
not
enough.
3.
Yeah. It's not a reads a book once type situation.
But almost.
Yeah.
Like, give it 20 more minutes.
Yeah. And we're there.
No, it's weird because I think we talked a lot about like what we felt about Princess Mononoke even before talking about Princess
Yeah.
Mononoke. It's a like it gets you here as a
Kids.
movie, like
Yeah.
not emotionally, but
But it does, like,
in
it
here
makes you think.
it makes you
Genuinely.
do all of the things,
Yeah.
especially the Macarena.
Macarena.
Boy.
Bye.
Oh, yeah, Macarena. Hi.